So I just got a lot of questions um, for those brothers and sisters who subscribe to this shit, and I want to try to understand psychologically where they're at mentally. Like if they grew up being beat by their mother or father, or group homes, in the jail systems, like mentally, how are you fixated with wanting to be something so fictitious and then ignore evidence? So what up, Keenan? I'm gonna go ahead, man, and I'm gonna get this thing rolling, and I'm gonna do my best to shut up. I need to let this play for a little bit, and I'm gonna get into my spiel. Please make sure that you're liking the stream, sharing the stream. Let's go.
And I got parishes, not counties. We got parishes by the order of Rome. Because when they changed the name to everything, if you go back to the 15 and 1400s, you'll see that Louisiana was Rome, not the area that they call Rome today.
Louisiana was Rome if you go back to the 15th century. Louisiana was Rome, y'all.
They changed everything. You know what I'm saying? They took all our prominent blacks from back in the day, and they changed them to like they changed their likeness and all of that. They didn't just do it to Jesus, nigga. Like most people be like, oh, they changed Jesus from a black to a white man. Nah, nigga, it wasn't just that, brother. They did that to a lot of brothers. They turned Samson to Hercules. You know what I'm saying? You get Beowulf.
Look, it's even people of nowadays, brother, that they did in the 1900s with the people who they killed off on the Titanic. And these people took their names. They took their names.
I just found out that most of the prominent people on the Titanic was actually blacks. Yeah. Nigga, I didn't know this. They killed off black millionaires with that shit.
Where did the Titanic leave from, Ali Bamu?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, brother, real quick.
I
want to A1 to go in because I only learned this shit when they did the submarine shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I found out. I only known about brothers being on the Titanic about 2 weeks now.
It left from New York. So it would have had J.P. Morgan Chase on it and some of these other individuals, and they took Jacob Astor and all this other shit, bro. And they lie about all this shit. But look,
and every time you brothers say New York, I'm gonna keep saying Oyster Island, because New York real name is Oyster Island or Old Amsterdam. That's why on the if you ever buy a bottle of New Amsterdam.
Well, you say New York, New York is
Mahata. Okay.
Mahata. That's the real name of it.
Yeah.
And each of the 5 islands has different names. Mahata is New York City. When you go out on Long Island, that's Montauk. When you go out to Staten Island area, that's Shinnecock. And you know what I'm saying? So a lot, but they were still the same.
A1 cooking.
They just got different names. They just got different names. But these are not primitive people. And so if I was out, hold up real quick. I'm gonna let you go in. Then I'm gonna play the video because I don't want to go back and forth because we know it's gonna be some other content to where we're gonna have to stop and we're gonna have to address it, right? So
Yeah.
even when you get into New York, they lying about everything. All that shit they lying about. Nobody
Because
sold
how
no
could the
island.
oldest civilization be primitive, man?
Yes. Go ahead, my brother. What you want to add to the bill,
Yeah,
bro?
real quick, because I just ran across something, just trying to do my due diligence, right? Like you say, do your due diligence. And did you know that they got ship manifests of these Europeans, coming from England to the Americas, about millions of them, and they all live as pilgrims. Did you know that?
And that's coming. They not coming over here freely. They coming over here as slaves, as servants.
Nah, they called them pilgrims, They didn't call them slaves.
Nah,
But
but
yo,
they
check
don't
it though.
have to
Check it
call
though.
them slaves. They don't have to call them slaves. They
Check it
automatically
though.
are slaves.
They came over here with hat in hand, right? And they put on that front like they just needed some help to get their situation under control. So us being civilized people, we greet them like, yo, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? No different than our nature. We not racist as people. If somebody hurting, we gonna help out. You know what I'm saying? So when we did that, we helped those brothers get free from the situation that they was in, and they turned around and bit us in the ass. You see what I'm saying? They didn't honor what they were supposed to honor, because if we own everything,
they can't honor nothing, brother. Listen, they ain't had no. How somebody gonna come in your house and tell you what you gonna be doing? That shit happened later on. That shit happened after they was freed after 1865. So a
yeah.
lot of the shit that they teaching us, a lot of stuff that they telling you, it didn't happen till later on, and they going back in history
from 1600s, bro.
bro.
Man, I can go back till the early 2000s.
I can show you in the 1680 that they brought slaves over here to Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? These people were slaves. These people ain't
And
come
the
over
first
here.
amount.
See, and that's the bullshit. So he's saying they brought basically white people to Virginia to be slaves. Listen, I'm gonna tell you 100% guarantee there is no white people in 1680 that are slaves. They're indentured servants. And for a fact, 100%, they're not owned by any white people, whether they're, even if their status is indentured servant. No white people can own them after 1670. They passed a law saying no Negroes or Indians can own Christians, white Christians. So that beats them up right there. Let's see if we can find it real quick. That beats them up real automatically. So him saying something about 1680, we know it's against the law. So how is this even possible? Damn, when I get to the motherfucking book. Oh, my bad, y'all. I gotta save somewhere.
you, it didn't happen till later on, and they
You know,
going back in
this
history.
from 1600s though.
Bro,
Man, I can go back till the early 2000s.
I can show you in the 1680 that they brought Slavs over here to Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? These people were slaves. These people ain't come
and the
over
first
here.
amount, you still got the sign in Virginia today. The first amount was 26.
From 1600s though.
Bro,
Man, I can go back till the early 2000s.
I can show you in the 1680 that they brought Slavs over here to Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? These people were slaves. These people ain't
and
come
the
over
first
here.
amount, you still got the sign in Virginia today. The first amount was 26 or 27 or some shit like that. It wasn't even that many Africans, and it was white boys. But when you see African, we train to think that's us.
1600s though.
Bro,
man, I can go back till the early 2000s.
I can show you in the 1680 that they brought Slavs over here to Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? These people were slaves. These people ain't come
and the
over
first
here.
amount, you still got the sign in Virginia today. The first amount was 26 or 27 or some shit like that. It wasn't even that many Africans, and it was white boys. But when you see African, we train to think that's us, right?
A Slav, listen, a Slav is every European ethnicity on the planet, nigga. Or even the ones with dark hair who have our ancestry in them, right? All Europeans, or what you think of Europeans, or what you think white people are Slavics.
Well, they call our
All of
name,
them.
yo. Did you know that?
No.
You know they have their first and last name on there on the ship record, and they ain't got no Slav or nothing like that.
So what names? What kind of names they got?
Yeah. So they got their names on here as John Black, William Black, James Blackburn. That's in the A. They got it in alphabetical order. In the B's, that's how they got it. In the A's, just to name a few: Daniel Abbott, Joe and Mary Abbott, Richard Abbott, Edward Abbott, Joe Abbott.
And where are they coming from again?
They're coming from many European nations, and they come from Europe, bro. They're coming from
Europe. What part in Europe? What part in Europe, though? What part?
All right, so some are coming from England, Plymouth. Okay. Now I know y'all heard this on the live stream, but I need y'all to really listen to this. He is about to take the information that I have and reverse it. He's never seen this information a day in his life. Remember, initially he just said that they were all Slavs, slaves. Watch what he does.
Okay. Let's keep it in England.
All right, London.
Okay.
Charles, England.
Okay.
Gravesend, England.
And it's telling you, and what is their ethnicity again?
Yeah, they're Europeans, yo. They got that.
All right. So you do know at that point in time, Europeans was niggas, right?
Well, you go in the 1600s. The source is from the early 1600s. He is saying that Europeans was Negroes in the 1600s.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And that they come into America. But remember, he also teaches that America is the birth of civilization. The dude who continues to talk is going to say, A1 taught me that. A1 taught me that. A1 taught me that. When you slow it down, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know that I brought the source up 2 days ago where they had the shipping manifest. of these Europeans that made pilgrimage to the Americas, white people, Europeans. He just took my information that he's never seen before a day in his life and called them black. Go to ancestry.com, they're white people.
White. And what is their ethnicity again?
Yeah, they're Europeans, yo. They got that.
Right. So you do know at that point in time, Europeans was niggas, right?
Well, you go to ancestry.com, they're white people.
Of course.
Well, that's what
of course.
Now y'all getting into the point that I was about to make
Yeah,
earlier.
we get somewhere.
Now y'all getting to the point that I was about to make earlier.
And you hear the background noise. The other fools chimed in. Now we getting somewhere. How in the 1600s, when they are painting themselves, they have artistes painting descriptions of these people, showing us these people, and how did they become freaking black? How they become black, bro? In the 1600s. He never seen the source. How could he conclude that the mother freakers on the list that I had coming from European nations, making their pilgrimage, with them being called pilgrims, how could he, listen to me real closely, how could he make them black? What did they call Christopher Columbus? When we get to Thanksgiving, who are the pilgrims? Let me show y'all something. Who the hell y'all think are the pilgrims? Who the pilgrims? Did they forget? Let's just go to Wiki real quick. A pilgrim is a traveler, literally one who has come from afar, who is on a journey to a holy place. Typically, this is a physical journey, often on foot, to some place of significance, special significance to adherent of the particular religious belief system. In the spiritual literature of Christianity, the concept of pilgrim and pilgrimage may refer to the experience of life in the world, considered as a period of exile, or to the inner path of spiritual aspirant from a state of wretchedness to a state of beatitude. Now, it says considered as a period of exile, or to the inner path of spiritual aspirant. I gotta whisper that. Pilgrims in the making of pilgrimages are common in many religions. Just look. Tibetan pilgrim. Notable pilgrims. Y'all couldn't see it. My bad. There's the images. This is what I read right here, the wiki article. There's the Tibetan pilgrim, other pilgrims, infamous pilgrims. They say even got Mansa Musa down here is making a pilgrimage. So how? Well, when it says Hajj, that's the same as making a pilgrimage. So how are these folk? Let's be a little bit more specific now. The Pilgrims are also known as the Pilgrim Fathers, were to the English settlers who traveled to America on the Mayflower and established a Plymouth colony in Plymouth, Massachusetts. You see what I'm saying? Like, The man just made some white people black at the sense of just saying, well, you know, they was black, right? And a panel just eats it up. When Turkey Day come around, the first thing that they say is the pilgrims. The whole shit about pilgrims. And the pilgrims be these white people. He finna say that they just be lying, they just be making up shit, and it ain't white people, it's black people. Let's get into the show.
I don't handle your business, brother.
Hey, look, the way we gonna do this over here, y'all, whoever want to address that, go ahead and address that. But we got to get back to the video because it's a lot of content that we're gonna have to break down.
And you young brothers need to just calm a bit, chill yourself. Not just that A1 is trying to show this video. We understand it's exciting when you come into your awareness. In this community, there's a lot of veterans over here. So when you keep asking us, do we know, the reason we don't respond to you is that's old news, okay? What we're saying to you is, regardless of your coming into this knowledge currently, you are still amongst a minority numerically. I would argue it's less than 5%. Even if I would be conservative, be fair, that's 10%. That means 9 out of 10 people will be very dangerous to you if you're not careful on how you handle.
So you telling me that certain people are dangerous, but you motherfuckers are not dangerous? Like you trying to uproot me from Africa, put me in the Americas, and then have me hijack another person's history, culture, experience. You want me to hijack someone else's experience to validate myself as something that I am not, and you don't call that dangerous? With absolutely no evidence. The only information, not evidence, the only information you have is reversing the evidence. We just got a clear-cut example of reversing evidence on the panel when I offered up people, Europeans from European nations making pilgrimage to the Americas in the 1600s, and the brother said, well, you know, they was black at that time. In the 1600s? We got hella white people in Europe at this time, bro. Been for at least 17,000 years or a little bit more than that. What are we talking about? So we're gonna make these Europeans the minority all over the world. Listen, we understand that melanated people populated the globe, but when you say melanated people populated places, it is not necessarily meaning that they all were dark-skinned. It is different. When you say melanated, there is shades, brother. The Indians we see today are melanated. Are they Negroes? No. Japanese, Chinese, Koreans. We see these people. Even some Europeans, Portuguese, Spaniards, even some Greeks and some Romans. Like, what are we doing here, man? But you're going to say that other people are dangerous. No, what you're doing is dangerous because you're subjecting your ignorance onto a people who don't have the compensity to be able to distinguish right from wrong, left to right, up from down, fact from fiction.
Your communication, and you share this information even amongst your own immediate family members. Now, A1, in answering your question, because there's a documentary that's out right now on YouTube, this John Jacob Astor. This Astor family, they are trying to prove to you are white with these white descendants. Mm-hmm. So could you please share that with these young brothers about the whitewashing that we don't seem to be clearly understanding, and even these European names they want to try to tell you is your slave masters, they originated in the Americas. Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to get it back into the video. I'm just going to say this. I'm gonna get back into the video. In the 1600s, who you think is Europeans is white people. I mean, black people. Now, a lot of them are fleeing persecution.
And that's why they call them pilgrims. Go ahead.
And that's an exception to the rule.
That we don't seem to be clearly understanding. And even these European names they want to try to tell you is your slave masters, they originated in the Americas. Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to get it back into
these damn European names didn't originate. Man, come on, man. God damn, man. What the fuck? These people are coming from a different country with these names. What are we talking about? They're coming from another country with these names. They already got these names. When they get to America, they're already Abigail Scott, James Sturviant. They're already Maxwell Hillingsworth. All these weird ass European names. What are we talking? Come on, man.
To the video, I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to get back into the video. In the 1600s, who you think is Europeans is white people. I mean, black people. Now, a lot of them are fleeing persecution of
that we don't
listen to this fool. A lot of the people that you see in the 1600s are black people. They are fleeing persecution from what, nigga? So they just gonna get on a boat? Like the people that they're fleeing from don't know that it's boats taking people to the Americas. So while they fleeing from persecution, the police and the people over there that want these people, they're just ignorant. They ain't gonna go to America. That's the dumbest. Bro, listen, bro. Listen. Throughout history, there's examples of them knowing what people are going to do before they're going to do it because they have these think tanks, right? What the hell is a flight risk? You see, listen, bro, people was escaping and runaway. What is runaway slaves? Like they knew this stuff already throughout history. Why in the hell would they not think that they just flee to America? Like police ain't down there on those docks already as it is, bro. Or them motherfuckers ain't snitching on each other. Come on, bro. Come on. Listen, man. You sound stupid.
Don't seem to be clearly understanding. And even these European names they want to try to tell you is your slave masters, they originated in the Americas. Go ahead, bro.
I'm about to get it back into the video. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to get back into the video. In the 1600s, who you think is Europeans is white people. I mean, black people. Now, a lot of them are fleeing persecution of Christianity, right? A lot of them, right? But there are some exceptions.
And that's why they call them pilgrims. Go ahead.
And that's an exception to the rule, right? But understand this, right? The Europeans that came in were Slavics. They were Slavic. They weren't even calling them Europeans at that point in time because they weren't no citizens of nowhere. They're not indigenous nowhere. That's why when they came here, they're not indigenous. But what happened is that, let's get into the video. We can get back to that, man. Peace to guys. Peace to guys.
Kings, first of all, he didn't really answer the doctor. But then let's go.
Be called Ethiopians. And why did they use the word Ethiopian at that time?
Because it was a description.
Yeah, hold on, he really ran from that. I'm trying to let Shawn just play because Shawn did a good job at it, so I don't really got to interject. But that shit was funny. Like he said, they had no nation. So they couldn't be called Europeans. Europe is not a nation, first of all. It just, none of that shit made any sense. That's why he said, let's just jump to the video.
And that's an exception to the execution of Christian. Back to the video. In the 1600s, who you think is Europeans is white people. I mean, black people. Now, a lot of them are fleeing persecution of Christianity, right? A lot of them, right? But there are some exceptions.
And that's why they call them pilgrims. Go ahead.
And that's an exception to
What?
the rule, right? But understand this, right? The Europeans that came in were Slavics. They were Slavic. They weren't even calling them Europeans at that point in time because they weren't no citizens of nowhere. They're not indigenous nowhere. That's why when they came here, they're not indigenous. But what happened is that let's get into the video.
What?
Get back to it. Peace to guys.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Kings. First of all, he didn't really answer no like the doctor. But then let's go.
Be called Ethiopians. And why did they use the word Ethiopian at that time?
Because it was a description. Ethiopian just means dark, burnt people. So it's like it's a description thing. So that's why he used it. And that's why a lot of these people is using these descriptions to give you a descriptive understanding of what the people look like here. Now, this thing will say, now you got some people who are, that's why a lot
be called Ethiopian.
Listen, man. If y'all don't know when a nigga make, excuse me. If y'all don't know when somebody is making up stuff, listen to what they're saying when they are saying it very carefully. They'll mumble their words. They'll linguistic gymnastics. It's evident. Watch. He used descriptive 4 times.
And why did they use the word Ethiopian at that time?
Because it was a description. Ethiopian just means dark, burnt people. So it's like it's a description thing. So that's why he used it. And that's why a lot of these people is using these descriptions to give you a descriptive understanding of what the people look like here. Now, this thing will say, now you got some people.
Yo, somebody got to clip that and make a meme. Somebody got to clip that and make like one of those little memes, bro. Yo, where it's saying it's just a description using a descriptive description, the description. Yeah, I mean, you gotta chop that shit up. You gotta make that a meme.
It's real. Some of them are real. And see, that's what Ali Muhammad should have had up there. The ones the same people with the credentials who are archaeologists. Jabari not an archaeologist.
What is that? What? Hold on. Did I go too far back? Let me back a little bit.
Be called Ethiopians. And why did they use the word Ethiopian at that time?
Because it was a description. Ethiopian just means dark, burnt people. So it's like it's a description thing. So that's why he used it. And that's why a lot of these people is using these descriptions to give you a descriptive understanding of what the people look like here. Now, this thing will say, now you got some people who are actually archaeologists, right? Who saying that the Inca stone.
Yo, y'all cannot listen. Y'all cannot say this is not funny.
So everyone dark is black. Is that what he's saying? Yes. And then also he said very confidently. He said very confidently that when you look at the Jesuit, by the way, it's Jesuit letters. If you can't pronounce something, you're not that familiar with it. That's what I'm trying to say. What do you mean? I can't say someone doesn't enunciate something they don't have the knowledge of. Enunciated like the way someone else enunciates. You're not.
Is everyone who uses a reference Ethiopian saying that everyone is Ethiopian, or they appear in appearances to look like what would be called Ethiopians? And why did they use the word Ethiopian at that time?
Because it was a description. Ethiopian just means dark, burnt people. So it's like it's a description thing. So that's why he used it. And that's why a lot of these people is using these descriptions to give you a descriptive understanding of what the people look like here. Now, this thing will say, now you got some people who are actually archaeologists, right? Who saying that the Inca stones is real. Some of them are real. And see, that's what Ali Muhammad should have had up there. The ones, the same people with the credentials who are archaeologists. Jabari not an archaeologist, the person who making
Archaeologist. Arc. ARCH. Archaeologist. Not archaeologist. Arcu. Like a rookin. Yo, get that clip. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold up. That's this. I can't do this no more. I'm on my Rob Bourne and that shit. You just gotta make fun of stupid people. Watch this. Hold on. Oh no, that ain't Ryan. It's right. Mortal Kombat. Hold on, y'all. Which one say Arukin? Is it Ryu or Ken? Yo, which one of them said?
Choose your destiny. You will never win. Round one, fight. Title.
You said what?
Well done. Jason wins. Round two, fight.
Yo, that's how he talking to us. He talking to us like he playing Mortal Kombat, yo. No cap.
That's why a lot of these people is using these descriptions to give you a descriptive understanding of what the people look like here. Now, this thing will say, now you got some people who are actually archaeologists, right? Who saying that the Inca stones is real. Some of them are real. And see, that's what Ali Muhammad should have had up there. The ones the same people with the credentials who are archaeologists. Jabari not an archaeologist. The person who's refuting the information is an archaeologist. So now you have to find an actual archaeologist to say that this.
And that means we have to have competing white scholars, right? Because of course the white man's ice is cold. And if you don't have someone considered to be a supposed European certified scholar from these same institutions that are confiscating and suppressing the information, doesn't the British Museum, the Louvre, the Vatican have tremendous vaults of shit that's still not being revealed to the public? Isn't the Mormon Church sitting on something that's called Iron Mountain and a fucking vault of over billions?
Alabama, that's the
and we
point
still
I
have
made
no
earlier,
idea
brother.
what the hell they have accumulated. Go ahead, Big
And
Dog.
also, you know, the point that Alabama made.
Not unlike.
Exactly. That's the first introduction into eugenics. Well, yes and no. And convert them to Catholicism or Christianity. All of this shit.
And
religious philosophy.
It's always a conspiracy theory with
people who profess Christianity fall under Catholicism, just as A1 said. But go ahead.
What does that have to do with eugenics?
What you mean?
Margaret Sanger. Let me answer him specifically on that.
Be clear.
Margaret Sanger.
We're talking
and
about
the Eugenics Society was founded at Yale University. Those are both Protestants, and Yale University is a Protestant institution. But go ahead, A1.
No, we good. I'm about to play the video. No, we good. We'll get back into the eugenics part of it later.
Yeah, because we all over the place on the States, and that's not right.
Nah, we're not. But listen, understand the whole play. The whole play of eugenics is coming from the Catholic Church, brother.
It can't be. It's not established until the 1880s.
No. Listen. The creation of it at whatever time it was created by Roman operatives, bro.
At whatever time. Whatever time.
I thought all the Europe. I thought Europe was black people at this time, where they're creating Catholicism, Christianity. Right? Hold on. Listen. Y'all didn't pay attention the first time. And I'm trying to slow it down because I'm making a point before I get into my actual bill. The man says that the whole continent was black originally.
Yo, what's good, y'all?
What's up,
Shawn?
Yo, peace.
Gullah, what's good, peace?
Hey, yo, I gotta tell you, bro. My fault. My last time I was on here, yo, I had to ask, man.
Nah, you good.
I don't be playing about the ancestors, yo. They try to put, you know how they be saying that Harriet Tubman ain't real. They try to do the same shit that goddamn Denmark V. I can't, bro. I can't.
Yeah, nah, this shit gets way too out of line, bro. I already know.
You been alright though, man? What up, Shawn?
What up?
Yeah. I've been chilling, man. It's been nice, so summertime. I've been doing a lot of shit with the family.
Already.
Never been able to go live like that, man. Yeah. I missed a lot this week. I got to catch me up. Shawn, he been going ham. Shawn been going ham. Every time I look up, he's going in about something.
Hey, look, check it right. That shit was so crazy this weekend. I was bouncing from channel to channel, right? Fucking with Mossy. Then goddamn hearing some dumb shit somebody sent me on goddamn or some other motherfucking shit, right? So I go check that shit real quick to come back. And you seen that movie, what's the shit with Omar Epps and LL Cool J, yo?
LL.
He's a police officer?
Yeah. Deep cover, some shit like that.
Into Deep?
Into Deep.
Hey, look, nigga said, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. This nigga goddamn Shawn P played Abo for a minute, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't no Abo, Shawn P. The fuck you doing, nigga?
Yo, that was hard.
That was tough. He got stuck behind enemy lines, man.
Bro.
Keep it together, boy.
Negro.
What you say, old dog?
I said you were funny. You couldn't even keep it together.
I was trying. It was hard, bro. Like, you hear that bullshit? Like, they was making it. Listen, man. That nigga said the Titanic wasn't nothing but black people. I was like, what
Millionaires,
the fuck? Yeah. Oh, wait, Shawn, you never heard that one before?
No.
They've been saying that for they've been saying that for at least a year.
Bro, this is my first time.
Maybe longer.
That was my first time hearing that ignorant shit. Too.
Bro, that pseudo hole gets deep, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now.
One skull had 80 people attached to it, bro.
Yeah. Right, bro.
That
she said, your skull had 80 skulls. I'm like, what Lucy is just a female, bro?
Lucy.
Everything I was like jumping in and out. I couldn't really like focus and sit down and listen to them, but I heard certain things. So yeah, I heard him say that. Like that was crazy.
Shit will bug the fuck out, dog.
Bro, this is so much stuff. It's a whole planet. You know the source I brought up, right? That's how I got started, because I brought that source about the Europeans making a pilgrimage from the UK to the Americas. And they got their first and last name on there. They don't even call them slaves, anything like that. That fool said, nah, them was Slavs.
Yeah.
They were slaves. Bruh.
Everything's Slav to them.
But not a C. No. How the hell does he come to that conclusion and he's never seen the source? He's never seen
bias, bro. You already know.
No, yeah, exactly, Gullah. He's biased, so he's gonna fit it into his narrative. Shit, ridiculous.
He did say J.P. Morgan was a black man for real.
Who was that kept saying they was showing the source? They gave a source, but he never showed it. What was that?
That was Chief Holiday.
Chief Holiday, You'll never get a source from him.
He wouldn't even let Shawn show a motherfucker. That shit was crazy. He said, "Nah, we don't need to see one. Nah." Then the nigga was talking and said the other nigga was talking. Was like, I already presented one. No, the fuck you did, nigga. You the talk. Fuck.
I told him that.
Yo,
I said that. I said, bro, all you doing is talking.
Hold
nigga said he had 72 scholars, bro. I said, God.
Wait. Did he say he was the expert? He said.
Yep. He said you talking to two experts.
I'm like, what the hell, bro?
Two experts in bullshit.
Like, you ain't no Abos, Shawn P. What the fuck? That shit, bro. Talk about the skulls and shit. Man, I say, yo, what the fuck?
I'm surprised they ain't recognize your voice off rip though.
Them niggas slow.
I got told on though. I'm pretty sure somebody told them motherfuckers in some back chat.
I know he feels stupid behind that shit because he try to really pick and choose who come up there. He don't want nobody doing none of that shit Shawn was doing. Unless he knows they can handle him. Unless he knows he can handle him. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't have a conversation with anybody. He can't.
And I had him ruffled. You see, he put me in the back.
I'm surprised you made it that long. Because you was
surprised.
You was going against a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard it when it was happening live, right? And then I went back and I heard some of what you did today. I didn't get to sit there for everything. You see me in the chat. So I'm like, let me just play it. So now I'm just catching other things. Like I'm like, damn, he really like.
I took shots at him. I said, we ain't gotta make shit up. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't gotta make it up. I say that, that was a good one though.
I said, man, I ain't denying evidence. What we gotta make shit up for?
Yeah, then he said something about African. Like, I'm not worried about their evidence. They got evidence. I'm talking about this. Like,
they never caught that shit. I was cold with it. I said, man, they got evidence, man. What we doing? I said, we sound religious.
He got mad.
Civilizations in America, bro.
That nigga was mad when you said that. Wait. You talk about we sound religious. What are you talking about?
His name is Ahanoki L. And he tells you that L is the Sumerian god or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he believes in all that bullshit. Like, yeah, he's crazy.
How that shit in America, though?
He said it is because the Americans went and populated everything. Somehow, in his weird mind, he attaches everything. If you listen to him, he'll try to attach it.
Everything started in America. Everything.
He'll try to attach it. Of course,
science, all of that shit.
There's holes in all of it, but he'll try to attach it. Like he does. Somehow, some way, he.
Weirdest shit I ever heard. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Suits ain't funny as fuck, bro.
He said L is for all his losses. Suits stupid. He said that's for all his losses.
Desmond said they got labs in the same basement as Ali.
I swear. That shit crazy.
Who said J.P. Morgan is a black man? Who said that shit?
A1.
Wow.
Listen,
are you serious?
Black. Yes, he made the Romans black.
He said that shit.
J.P. Morgan?
It was
Lincoln. Listen, Lincoln was black.
Dude admitted that A1 taught him everything he knew.
George Washington was black.
Everybody I heard the George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. I heard those. I even see black people. I just still saying it.
Everybody's black.
J.P. Morgan.
If you ask A1, anybody who did anything before 1865 is black because white people wasn't doing anything before that.
Yeah, and after 1865, white people just all of a sudden took control and power.
So when did they develop the skills that quickly?
Bro.
Yeah, while they was
ridiculous, bro.
Yep.
But meanwhile, they don't.
The white population at that time was almost 40 million people, bro.
So Sean, talking to them, right? When do you gather that the white people came? Because they say white people wasn't like they want to say they wasn't around that long. They only
In the 18th century.
So they came in the 1800s, right?
18th,
so
19th century. This is when white people started.
So let's say from 1800 to 1865. So you mean they was able to take over the whole United States in 65 years?
According to A1.
That
I still haven't figured out how.
Worse.
Hold up.
Well, how did they get it though?
They did it that way, and everybody lost their languages, lost their culture in 65 years.
All in 65 years, they were able to lose all that shit. That makes no sense.
Oh, bro, and lose the entire population.
Callie, check this out. Somehow these white slaves, was able to influence your ancestors to that they owed taxes on land, and because they couldn't pay the taxes, they was able to take the land. That's how they got the land. Basically,
so how do white people forget about the African heritage? You know, because that's where they say they come from. So how did they forget about it?
Bro, that's a good point, because they do say white people come from Africa.
Hell yeah.
So how come we don't have
makes sense of something that don't make sense? Good luck.
How come we don't have Callie? That's a great point. How come we don't have white people talking about they from Africa today? Like recently, no, I know, but just think about what Callie's saying. We lost our culture and our history, but guess what? The white people did too, because they forgot they came from Africa. They don't speak no African language. You know what I'm saying? Like. So everybody lost their history. How? This is what is this?
I know how this makes none of this shit makes sense.
You should have some Men in Black shit where they hold that little stick up and you lose all your memory. Like they did that to the whole world.
The neuralizer.
Yeah. That's the only good. But how else did that happen?
This shit sound retarded as fuck, bro. You gotta make. How does this shit don't make no fucking sense, bro?
I don't know. That was a good question. Next time they say that, you gotta bring that up, man. Go ahead, Sean.
Listen, they lost the language, culture, art. Well, when we say culture, we gotta add music, folklore, all of that inside of culture, right? Their origin stories, all of that shit was wiped out.
Yep.
Right.
Spiritual systems, all that shit disappeared.
Their economic system that they created, right? All of the buildings that they so-called said that they built. So all the architects and archaeology and all of that shit, they just lost every field of whatever existence existed.
In 65 years.
In 65 years, brother. Listen to me. The way that because remember when I posed the question to him, when I mentioned my source, I said the 1600s, they came from Europe on boats and said that there was hundreds of boats, and it listed all of these people in alphabetical order from A to Z. He said,
no, bro. What? He said they're not white.
He said those people were Slavs. He never seen the source, heard of the source, or nothing. He denoted those white people to slaves. I'm saying coming from Europe? Brother, y'all argued the other day that the
wait, hold on, Sean. So he said that you saying that he said that in the 1600s it was white people coming here as slaves, Slav.
Yeah.
Right?
In the 1600s.
So listen, you can catch him saying that. Listen, white people wasn't even around in the 1600s.
I said that too. So which one was it? Was the white people here in the 1600s, or were they not here?
You heard him say both, right?
Did they come from Europe or did they come from Africa?
No, or did they come? Or he says no. He says they made them in the Yucatan, bro. He's everywhere with it. Yes, he says they made the white people in the Yucatan.
Who is they made them? Who is the they though? Who is the they?
The Aboriginals. The Aboriginals is all they made them.
How the fuck they make them?
That's the one thing he'll be like, yo.
I got questions, bro. I got questions.
You gotta go holler at Ali.
This shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
You gotta go holler at Ali Muhammad.
You
Say they
could
made him
tan,
an Ali Muhammad
Yakub,
slab,
you not
man.
getting it, brother. You gotta stay woke, bruh.
Yeah, Ali Muhammad. Remember Ali Muhammad? Yeah, Ali Muhammad was saying that just because you have your similar genetic makeup as Africans doesn't mean that you're African. It just means that you share a common ancestor. But he's trying to say that they popped up in the, and that makes no sense. How?
No sense.
How can you pop up in America and never have migrated from Africa, and then share a common ancestor with somebody that you never came from? What? Make this shit make sense. How the fuck can you pop up in the Americas without migrating? And those Africans are all populated Africa, right? Somehow, somewhere, you're gonna share the same genetics with people on a whole other fucking continent.
But y'all don't share.
And that's supposed to be a common ancestor with no connection.
That don't make no sense.
Callie, you doing too much.
He was better off saying the common ancestor came from America. Like, even though that don't, he can't prove it either way. But
I like saying my cousin ain't related, but we got the same grandma. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of scenarios like this shit is crazy, hurting my brain.
You can't make it make sense, bro. The shit.
Nah, you can't.
This shit retarded, bro. This shit retarded,
bro. This shit gonna make you insane.
Yeah, this shit is retarded, man. I'm trying to make logic. You can't make logical sense out of this shit. This shit is dumb.
Bro, listen. When that motherfucker said the goddamn Titanic, that was it for me.
I'm surprised that's the first time you heard that.
It really was over.
No, when he said the Pilgrims was black. When he said the Pilgrims was black.
Yeah, the Pilgrims black, bro.
That's crazy. Yo, listen, I'm gonna play a couple more minutes of this. There's a couple other things I want to show y'all, but let's get back to Shawn infiltrating in Indian territory. He was over there. He had the feathers on and everything.
You ain't know Shawn P.
The man said,
"Peace, Rob on." Shout out to Rob on in the chat.
Them white people that I said came over on the ship was all blacks. So if in the 16, and he said they was trying to escape purgatory or whatever the hell he said, they was running from Christians. So why would they run from Christians if they was black people? If these people was blacks, everybody black in the 1600s, they didn't become white until the 1800s, ladies and gentlemen. Reconstruction. That's when they painted history all over and changed the faces of history and began to be the minority. Some kind of weird way, all the black people that was here first became a minority and the whites became the majority. And they wasn't bringing white people over here like that. There was like 40 or 50 million people in one period around that Reconstruction era in the 1800s. There's like, my bad, there's about at least 30 million white people during that time. So are you telling me during the Reconstruction era that 30 million white people was actually blacks? And then the 3 million whites some kind of way pulled a quick one on 30 million black people? You finna tell me that 30 million black people let 3 million white people punk them out of their land, their identity, their culture, their history, their artistic expression, their language, out of their land, their identity. You finna tell me that 30 million black people let 3 million white people punk them. 30 million black people let 3 million white people punk them out of their land, their identity, their culture, their history, their artistic expression, their language, right? Their artifacts, their creations. That's what you're going to tell me?
Yo, it's hard to go past that point, right? So, like, Shawn's asking a good question. How is that? That's the narrative they want to go with? Yeah, Mika, this live. We just showing a video of Shawn debunking the Aboriginals. But how Shawn making a good point. How is it that 30 million black people was, duped by 3 million white people? How is that possible? So we that stupid, or the white people is that smart? They that powerful? We gonna give them that much credit? That's the Abos' favorite line. Or you gonna get a
They're
white
not
boy?
that powerful. They forgot all that shit.
Yeah, Calvin.
They must not be that powerful. This shit crazy, bro. So everybody forgot everything. How the fuck we create this culture then? If we forgot everything, we have nothing to build upon.
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yo, that would be the number one. That would be the number one Abo answer. Reconstruction. That's how.
Yeah, they reconstruct.
They think reconstruction is reconstructing cultures. Reconstructing cultures.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
For real. Like dead ass.
For real. Dead ass.
I didn't understand it.
This is
Root word said
really?
it. When Root word said it, I didn't
This is crazy
understand it.
shit.
Yeah, root word.
Sean, I didn't understand it at first neither. It took me like a couple times to hear that shit. Like, what y'all like? Yeah, they reconstructed everything. They changed it. They pulled out that. What'd you
So
call
how
it,
the fuck
Gullah?
How the fuck they remember this shit? And then when they said he lost it all.
Gullah, what's that memory
Where
thing
did they
from
find it?
Men in Black? The Men in Black. What's the stick? Yeah, they pulled that out. Reconstruction period,
Hey,
and that's when they went around the whole country
Pete
zapping everybody.
Put, yo.
Well, how come white folks don't remember the African culture then? They forgot to use it on them?
Those the Africans and the Africans.
It's crazy. Callie, you break it up.
The white Africans
might have been
came to
me.
America to teach about Greek and Rome. That take me out right there. Why the hell they didn't talk about their Africanness? They came with this mother to teach about Greeks and Romans, who the Abos said was black.
Shit, the Greeks was black too.
I never hear anybody white talking about Africa. I only hear white folks talking about their family came from Ireland, from the United Kingdom, they're French, they're Spanish. Oh, my family was from Switzerland, Sweden, these different places, Italy, German. No one says that. Oh yeah, I can't. I really want to see someone white come out and say, yeah, I'm really Ghanaian. I'm an Aboriginal Ghanaian. Man, I'll be dead, bro. I mean, I want to. They probably wouldn't pay somebody to say that shit. Watch.
Man is wild. It's wild,
He said the white. You talk about the white icon, right?
Them 17 kings and shit, bro.
Yo, but it's crazy because the Abos talk about white tribes like in Africa. Like,
that's what I'm saying about the fucking kings, yo. That bullshit in Ghana and shit, bro.
So you said Inyami and the Nazi were white. Inyami and the Nazi were white.
Man, talking about coming from the east and shit, bro. Or the north. I don't know, man. That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah. Let me get back to Shawn.
That 3 million white people punked 30 million black people, and this. That's what you're telling me. Yeah, the eugenics.
Yes.
Not knowing what the hell that they were creating.
No, they knew what they was creating.
They did it for Rome, brother.
They didn't know Darwin didn't exist to even blame it on Darwin. And someone blamed it on Darwin a minute ago.
Brother, Darwin knew what they was doing. They had an agenda. They didn't mistakenly just do this.
But why did Darwin go against it?
Say that again?
Why did Darwin go against what they were doing?
Darwin went against who?
You said that they knew what they were doing. Darwin knew what they were doing. But they, whoever
what you talking about? Natural selection, and that's why he created evolution, or natural selection? Listen, my dude. Let's play the video. We'll get back into that, brother. I understand, brother. Oh, my dude. Let's just kill it, bro. We'll get back into it. We had that conversation another time.
That nigga couldn't answer shit. He was
gonna say he won regardless. I mean, that's just we know this about y'all. But he's saying they're dark skin and they look like you can't fit 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5 pound.
15th century.
Huh? It's indirectly from Latin Oriental. You know,
15th century.
In the racial classifications that have gone on.
You can't fit 10 pounds of potatoes.
Watch these idiots do this, man. This is a problem that they have, right? So they went to the etymology of the word, but then they don't want to understand what the etymology is, the actual breakdown saying. Just look.
Potatoes in a 5 pound bag. It's just the reality is he's describing what he sees, and he's not saying what Ali said he said. You read the source. Yeah, listen, this is ridiculous.
No, you ridiculous. Let's look at
the only thing ridiculous is about Jabari.
Let's look up
and
the
again, the manner in which he misappropriates contemporary, because he knows people are stuck in the racial classifications that have gone on uncontested for 200 years. And even when we know in our own family, you can see dark-skinned people who have supposed Asiatic-looking features. But that also is ironic, though, A1. It specifically shows that they knew these were not African people. But go ahead.
They go to definition of Oriental. They go to definition of Oriental. Somebody mute that mic, please. They go to definition of Oriental. Now, a native or inhabitant of the East. Where the East at? Can anybody tell me where the East at?
We are the furthest east.
East could be any fucking way.
How the fuck is the United States the furthest east? How? Sway? How is the United States the furthest east when they said the New World in the West? When people began to do the land, since he brought up the doctrine of discovery earlier on in the build, and I skipped past that. But when he brought up the doctrine of discovery, or where he's getting ready to, it is simply saying they went west to the New World. The New World was west. From us right now, where we sit, California is considered the west, not the east. What are we talking about, yo? How can you mess this up so bad that you don't understand that Antarctica is south, Greenland is north. The farthest in the east is going to be Asia.
But
hey, I'm in California. I'm on the East Coast.
But if you coming from the Middle East or Asia, the East is America.
And it's not no particular phenotype.
Y'all got nothing to say about that, huh?
No, it's not, rude word. No, it's
Y'all
not.
East, which is Asiatic. If you're coming from
he said from Asia. Guess what, rude word?
In the Pacific, you're coming to the east.
No, you're not, rude words.
Because
there's a thing called East Asia.
Europeans was looking at their position of the world compared to other places, other people in other places. That would have been east for them. So Europeans are the one came up with this concept. So yeah, it definitely would have been east for them. It's Asia.
Shawn cooked your ass today though too, but that's another. We don't want to get off a topic right now. Just let you know words. Shawn cooked your ass. But back to the subject matter at hand. But the fact that California would be considered east is fucking hilarious, bro.
So where was Christopher Columbus coming?
To the west.
No, who was he looking for?
We gotta tell you that.
He meant to go east, but he ended up going west.
He was looking
Yes.
for India.
He meant to go east, but it ended up going west.
East. India's in the east.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
But guess what?
Which way did Christopher Columbus come? He came from to the east.
Brother, but he didn't make it to India.
That's why he missed the turn. He missed his turn.
Man,
he was in the wrong lane.
Man, he know he wrong. That's why he laughing.
He navigated wrong. It ended up going west.
So he navigated across
the nigga missed the exit.
wrong.
So listen, why is it called the
Exactly.
West Indies? It's called the West Indies for a reason.
When he first came here, it was the
Nigga Sue retarded, bro.
When he first came here, he thought it was the East Indies.
No, look, hold on. Root words, stop. Hold on, real quick. Root words, check this out. When he came here, he did think he was in India, right? But there was no East or West. Hold on, stop, brother, stop. There was no East or West at that time because it was only India. West Indies became that after.
Exactly, because he thought he found the Indies, and so he named it West Indies.
What?
So they can keep sticking with that dumbass
What
narrative.
India did he thought he find? Which one? The one in the east or the one in the west?
Man, God, this nigga got 1,000 fucking questions, yo.
Brother, it don't matter what he thought. The fact is, he traveled west. He didn't travel east. Oriental is orientation for the east.
Right, Danny.
I ain't saying y'all right or wrong. Y'all the ones who brought up Christopher Columbus, and he traveled east.
No, nigga, you brought this nigga.
You brought up Christopher Columbus.
Why you doing that sick ass laugh if you ain't wrong?
That's his troll laugh. Yo.
He just siding with them because they're Abos, like he is.
All I'm saying is, it's a
groupies. That's what groupies do.
Root words. You sound stupid as fuck. Do not
sound stupid as fuck.
We know he's stupid. But the thing about it, root word, is this: they knew what the East was. Columbus knew what the fucking East was. He just went on his own merry way, where he wanted to go.
So he just hopped across the Atlantic Ocean and lost 3 boats on some I just want to go the only way I want to go. I just lost 3 boats.
So when he came, so you saying when he left from Europe to the Americas, he went east. Is that what you're saying, root words?
I'm saying that the empire he came from.
It's the same nigga that said crack is better than GMO food.
Yo, hold on. Look, root words. Look, you have to understand.
Man, I ain't gonna let no fat lame keep disrespecting me though. Come on, man, get some couture up here though, man. We got
who a fat lame?
Hold on, real quick.
Ain't you in California? You can come treat me like a fat lame.
Hold on, y'all. Before I get crazy, look. Just like Desmond said, Columbus didn't believe there was a landmass here. Nobody knew about America. He thought he could just go all the way around and make it to India because of the conflict they had in the Mediterranean Sea. With the Silk Road and all those other trading places.
So he traveled east to get to the Indies.
No, he traveled west, brother. He traveled west. What?
I don't know if he took a U-turn.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
All right, hold on, no, stop. He wants to keep going.
Bro, y'all won't even let me talk for 1 minute. You keep saying stop.
Move on. Root words. If you don't understand, you travel west. You gotta move on, brother.
No, I'm saying if you don't.
He wants to be a contrarian.
Don't force me.
No, that's fine. No. Nobody's forced to do anything. You don't have to believe it. It doesn't matter. He still traveled west.
No, he didn't. He traveled the East Indies, and he thought he found the East Indies when he came to the West.
But he was in the West, right? So when he came to look what you just said. When he came to the West, he thought he found the East Indies. So that means for him to come to the West, he had to travel west, right?
No, he traveled east because he thought he was coming to the East Indies.
Okay, fine.
Reading. This nigga didn't watch Reading Rainbow.
I'm looking at this story right here.
Almost to reference Christopher Columbus, they've never read him or his journals. Yo.
Well, we got a dumbass Californian.
He failed geography.
A dumbass motherfucker from California.
I've never seen a dirty truck driver before.
We got a dumbass truck driver here. So I'm talking some shit.
No, not a coincidence.
Yeah.
He's a fucking.
Let's do this real quick so we can get Root Word out of here and we can move on.
Yeah,
Can
okay,
you
I
share
mean,
my
you
screen?
scared now. You talk
Hey,
that Greek shit.
Root words believe you can walk from Ohio to California in 5 minutes. That's how dumb he is.
Man, smoking that
He was
crack.
he was on that natural crack.
They educated to a GED nigga come up here. They all educated until a GED nigga come up here. Then they start acting like some niggas.
I don't believe you got a GED. I don't believe you got a GED, bro.
Man, I'm in the hood, man. Why y'all start acting like y'all in the hood?
Yo, hold on. Yo,
Can you see the
hold on, y'all. Let's Sean. Go ahead, Sean. Sean got the screen. Go ahead, Sean.
So on August 3rd, 1492, Italian explorer Christopher Columbus started his voyage across the Atlantic Ocean with the crew of 90 men and 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and Santa Maria. He left from Palos de la Frontera, Spain. Columbus reasoned that since the world is round, he could sail west to reach the east, the lucrative lands of India and China. That reasoning was actually sound, but the earth is much larger than Columbus thought, large enough for him to run into 2 enormous continents, the New World of the Americas, mostly unknown to Europeans. Columbus made it to what is now the Bahamas in 61 days. He initially thought his plan was successful and the ships had reached India. In fact, he called the indigenous peoples Indians in an inaccurate name, unfortunately stuck. Let's just keep it brief, real quick. We ain't even got to do nothing else. There you go, Root Words. He thought he could travel west to get to the fucking east.
Hold on.
I'm saying on his wow, I can't even rebut. Hold on, stop.
Oh, yes, you can. Root Words. Let me ask you this: Did Sean sound choppy, or was that me? Anybody else?
No, Sean sounded a little choppy.
It was chopping up a little bit. I understand what he said.
Go ahead.
I still heard him though. I still heard him though.
Go ahead, Root Words.
Okay, when I'm looking at a map. I wish y'all could pull up a map. If y'all could pull up a map, y'all can see that Italy sits 500 miles from India. 500 miles if you turn left. See,
hold on, let him go. Let him go.
30 seconds.
What you say, bro?
All I'm saying is, if he wanted to travel east, he could have turned around and traveled 500 miles the other way. But he thought he was going to East Indies. This is before the Gregorian calendar. This is before your European calendar. I digress.
So, Root Words, real quick. Can you prove that?
Hold on, no, not a seat. No, not a seat. What's the name of the calendar?
Gregorian calendar.
Hey man, let us see your GED. I think you lying.
Oh my god.
I'm up here like shit, man.
What is that?
This nigga didn't get no GED, bro. No way.
It's a gargoyle.
Talking about he come from a primate.
Nigga got a GDE.
Bro, what y'all scared to talk about?
He got the GDE.
Nigga said the gargoyle.
I said the Gregorian.
Hold on.
Gargoylean calendar.
Now you see
my bad, not to see. My bad.
What kind of calendar was it again, Root Word?
So, bro, you got it, bro. You got a game of life. You got a game of life GED, nigga. Play that shit off the board game.
It's coming up.
Let me
scholarship.
There's
only one person up here that is not scared to have a civil conversation with the opponent. The rest of y'all niggas is some bitches, bro. I gotta say.
Let me ask Root Words.
I gotta say y'all some bitches.
All right, cool. Root Words. So you're saying that your whole thing is based on that. This is what you're. I'm just asking if this is what you're saying. I'm asking if this is what you're saying. Are you saying because he left from Italy, he basically could have went east or west, but chose to go that? What would you say by him? Just are you? I don't get it.
I'm saying that he left before the Gregorian calendar. East was coming here. All this stuff was in America. It's the East. That's the best I can say.
Hold on, but why we gonna let this nigga get a pass for saying that India? Hold on, he said Italy is 500 miles from India. We just gonna let that shit slide, bro.
You need to digress.
Let that slide like that shit don't.
Digress for life, nigga.
Can't get past the. I can't get past the calendar. I'm not past the calendar yet. I am not past the. What did he call it? The Gregorian. What did he call it?
The Gargoylian.
You can't.
Wait. He got mad at me for calling him a monkey.
Oh my God. Here we go. Now you trying to deflect to primates.
I'm saying let's get on my level. We don't
your teacher
Fuck that. That nigga on the gargoyle calendar.
Where's the smoke at? See, now to see is about that smoke.
What did India
niggas
get close to Italy? I mean, what did India get close to Italy, bro? That's just fucking hilarious.
Don't smoke crack. That's the wrong smoke.
He said the garbage calendar.
We can meet up and box each other and shit. But we can't meet on a scholarly level.
Gargoyle calendar.
Y'all want to meet up and talk
Know how to
about
read.
crack and y'all want to
You gonna get mad at us because you fucked up.
Fuck, I get you. Never mind.
Hey, real words. How long is it take to get from Italy to India? Hey, real words. How long does it take to get from Italy to India?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's not jump. All right. He pronounced the calendar wrong. You know, the Gregorian calendar, or however you say it. Somebody say it.
Gregorian. Hey, that nigga said that shit so much.
He fucking up brain cells out here, man.
And now, hey, real words, you can walk. Real words, you can walk from Italy to India, right?
How long is
that right?
Is true, yes. Can I answer the question? If the Trail of Tears is true, why yes, you can walk. If the Trail of Tears is true, yes.
Those tears make that ocean. Facts.
God, man.
I know one thing. Y'all scared to line that debate up if you want to talk about it.
I swear to God, you ain't got no
debate. You ran from the debate.
Especially that one dude called Primate.
Like, I woke up all smoke. I ain't even gonna hold it. I be wanting that shit.
Around me,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, are you talking about some primate shit?
But look, he took us on what the conversation was about. He came into this job. He took us what the conversation was about. And it was about the Oriental and what that actually means as far as location and people. So he did his job. He fell for it.
Be stupid.
Nah. He gave us
right
line, yo.
It was a good topic.
Nah, he gave us content.
His good points.
Hey,
It should be all that.
Root word. Say the calendar again.
Are you a primate?
Daddy over there got them on the keyboard.
There
right.
he is. You. What's the
okay? Now, so you saying okay? Now the Gregorian calendar.
Style.
The who? The who?
The Gregorian calendar.
The who?
Gregorian.
Hey man, are you a primate? I said it 3 times.
Yeah, I'm a primate. What's the name of the calendar? What's the name of the calendar?
It's the European calendar. I'll spell it.
Nah, what's the European calendar name? What they call it?
Gregorian. I said it. Gregorian.
Thank you. Now I needed you to say it more times so you can get it right, crazy.
Okay, you know what I was talking
about. Now you gotta work on. Now you gotta work on mythological DNA.
Hey, root words. Christopher Columbus. He didn't walk to India because he was lazy, right?
Oh man, well,
he rode a horse.
The Trail of Tears. You're saying the Trail of Tears is true?
He rode a horse to India.
Y'all the ones that was on
what they said he put his thing.
Y'all the one that was on the bottom of a boat for 3 months.
Mythological DNA here.
Can y'all please prove that y'all was on the bottom of a boat?
Hey, but real shit though, dead ass.
In the middle of the motherfucking Atlantic.
Hey, all right, whatever, bro. Whatever. We get a phone now, bro. Whatever. The shit Shawn just read. What day was that? August 3rd.
Oh, y'all want to talk about y'all's at the bottom of slave boats?
Yeah.
August 3rd, 1490.
With no food.
Tomorrow.
With no water. Women on their vaginas and shit. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, tomorrow.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, tomorrow will be the day that Columbus set sail.
Sold the ocean blue, that bullshit, right?
They don't even know that Columbus set
Hey.
sail in hurricane season. They don't even know that's the worst time to set sail in the Atlantic Ocean. It's hurricane season. Y'all want to talk about it?
Nigga, just keep doing it, bro. You talk about
This nigga all over the place.
Yeah, compound stupid.
Hey, but big up Black August, Joe. And I'm gonna go on mute.
Y'all don't want to talk about Christopher Columbus rolling around the Atlantic Ocean in hurricane season. In a wooden boat.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I really don't want to talk about that. I'm good. I digress.
I'll call out y'all whole Columbus boat story. That whole
Yo, just let this nigga talk, bro. Like, we gonna get a whole bunch of clips. Yo, this nigga is like
Can you
walking
produce me
content.
one boat, Shawn P? Enigma.
Hey, hold on. You guys remember in the 90s, right? You guys remember in the 90s, right? Remember the news media when there would be an incident would happen in the neighborhood and the news media go up to interview people? This nigga be the one that they interview first. They would skip past everybody up and they go right to him.
Let's not forget, Rob Bourne made a whole fucking intro clip off this nigga, bro.
I'm here right now. Yeah, y'all want to start cracking on people? I'll start talking to y'all from the bottom of the boat.
You've already said that. You gotta get new material. Though. You already said that, and it didn't hit. Didn't it? Hit
yeah, that nigga bomb.
Oh shit! What is this? Another analysis.
Yeah, Ali been doing them left and right. Yeah,
what is Nazir doing up there? He's in pain.
Was this the one from today? Because they went live today.
No, that was yesterday. This one from yesterday right here.
This from yesterday.
Yeah, Ali went live today too, talking about faces on Mars and shit like that.
Yeah, he's trying to say.
Did he talk about testing DNA?
Martian a black man, you know.
So look,
he talk about testing DNA today.
I want to show y'all what he tried to do with the Slave Voyages website real quick. So I want y'all to look. Tell me what y'all see is wrong with this.
He just might be crazy horse. That's it.
Hey, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something that I did at the debate. Now they said.
First of all, notice how this name is already up there, right? You see Sal Jao Batista, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
When you look at this goes from 1501 all the way through the 1800s. Their number one ship is the White Lion, right?
Fact.
The White Lion is like we got placards all over Virginia from it. This is live now. At the end of this debate. The White Lion should be on here. We're gonna search for it. Y'all ready? Click. No doubt on it. What the hell? You got the most famous slaves in the damn battle available, bro.
Yeah, so I was
right, and when you look up the amount of slaves that came in 1619 on slave voyages, it says 0.
Right, right, bro. This whole, hey, bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, Chief. So y'all see what the bullshit they try to do. So the White Lion never went from Africa to America. So why would it be in the slave voyages database, right?
Yeah, nigga slave.
Yeah, that shit was real.
In the Marlboro or the Newport.
No, hold on. So what they trying to do is bring up the 1619 story, right? So they're trying to discredit that. So they're trying to discredit that by saying, look, you can't find the White Lion in slave voyages. So how did they bring the first slaves to America? You feel what I'm saying, Gullah?
Absolutely.
But we know that the first slaves did not come off. Well, they got stolen and put on the White Lion. They came from a ship called the San Juan Batista, or the name that he had in the beginning. Let's see if we can get to it.
Fact.
1600.
So, where is it?
Do something. I'm gonna do something.
So the Sal Jao Batista is like another name for the San Juan Batista. right? So this is what he's trying to do, right? So we got the San Juan Batista here, right? This is slave voyages. So if we follow the story of this ship left from Luanda, Angola, and was supposed to go to Veracruz, Mexico. But it didn't make it there because it got stopped by the White Lion and Treasure. And then the White Lion brought those 20 and odd Negroes to Virginia. So on slave voyages, the White Lion wouldn't be on here. Right? So they just it's like they're just trying to it's really lying. I know he hasn't know the whole story because he looked up the shit first. Remember where he shows the Sal Juan Batista, whatever it is? He looked that up before. So he knows what that shit is. He knows what this shit is. Because he has it right there. So he is really trying to get over on everybody. Or am I bugging?
Nah, you ain't bugging.
No. Ali Muhammad is a grifter, bro. We know that shit.
Absolutely. How you make yourself your own, like give yourself these titles, doctor and geneticist now. He's just giving himself these titles. Now, if he did any serious practice, he'd go into jail. All these fake doctors, fake police officers. If anybody were to go to him for a genetic test, he needs to be put up under the jail, bro. Bullshit.
Yeah. That's fraud. That would be fraud. That's why when Jabari asked him, he said, "Well, you said you're a geneticist." He said, "Let me see your PhDs." That's what Jabari asked him, and then he said, "No, I'm not going to do that." Of course, you don't have anything. You're a fraud,
bro. He only got that one degree as a PE teacher from what's the name of Temple.
Bro, it's a plethora. This is on the fucking White Lion, bro. You could just start from the go to the damn references, bro. Or you can go.
I think Ali Muhammad knows how to use website slave voyages. But he's using it to lie, to mislead people. That dumb nigga Wisdom Show, he didn't know how to use them. No.
I mean, he getting over on dumb motherfuckers. If the average person don't know the backstory of the White Line or the context about it and how that situation happened, oh, it ain't in the slave voyages. They gonna go along with it because they dumb, and it's a whole fucking agenda. So that is what it is.
I always ask people too. I said, "If you ever read," he said, "If you're using slave voyages, have you read the book Final Passages?" It actually helps you understand the website. and usually people are like, "What's that?" And what it should say to Abos, they're like, "What's that? I never heard of that."
Man, fuck these niggas, bro.
So look, you see the Sal Juan Batista, right? So this is what I was saying. It's just a different name for the San Juan Batista, right? So a Portuguese ship, the Sal Juan Batista, brought captive Africans from Angola to American colonies, right? Sometime in 1619, the slave Africans arrived near Point Comfort, a coastal point in British colony of Virginia, from Portuguese colony port city of Luanda, the present-day capital of Angola. Over 20 captives were uploaded from the hull of the Sal Juan Batista. America had not become herself yet lit the spark for the transatlantic slave trade and further set the stage for slavery, oppression, slavery, oppression, and persecution across her history. So yeah, that is what they're talking about. It's the shit. So San Juan Batista, Sal Juan Batista, it's the same thing. It's the 16 and it's the 20 and odd Negroes, 1619. And like I said, he is where is it? So we know he knows this because he actually looked it up before he goes on to try to play the flim flam. Let me play it real quick. So we know he looked the video. We know he looked up the actual ship from the 1619 that came from Africa to the Americas that got hijacked. He looked it up. He has the name right here. This is how dumb he is, and this is how dumb his viewers are. The name is here.
That I did at the debate. Now they said, when you look at this goes from 1501 all the way through the 1800s. Their number one ship is the White Lion, right?
Fact.
The White Lion is like we got placards all over Virginia from it. This is live now. At the end of this debate. The White Lion should be on here. We're gonna search for it. Y'all ready? Click. No doubt.
Like they really think they struck a blow in the Black American story. Meanwhile, all he did was scam everybody watching. He probably had 400 people watching at this time. Everybody on the panel believes he's God right now. He just destroyed the 1619 story.
Well,
Meanwhile,
it's like Fox News.
Yeah.
Show after this show gonna be saying the same thing about the White Lion not showing up with any.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear it. But meanwhile, the question is, why would the White Lion be on slave voyages anyway, coming from Africa? Why would it? The White Lion didn't come from Africa, so it wouldn't be on that. It just wouldn't. Transatlantic slave voyage, the transatlantic slave trade database is about ships that left Africa. Well, they could have started somewhere else, but they could have started in America, Europe, wherever, South America, wherever. They started there, went to Africa, got slaves, and then came back to the Americas. That is what they could have left from Europe, Spain, whatever. But the point is,
there was no transatlantic voyage.
Exactly. So the White Lion didn't do that. But this is Ali Chief Godbody. These niggas is crazy. Well, y'all got it.
Yeah, that's some cold shit. But man, what more you expect? This nigga sell BBL pills. So man, shit, he trying to get that money.
Wait, he got BBL pills, bro, for real?
That nigga, I mean, he used to have them on his website with the gas station pills, the Abos gas station pills. He got all that shit on that little website.
He got alkaline pills, and he said he's gonna start. He said he's starting. Now he has a alkaline restaurant, and
he sell that shit called Maintain.
Yeah, nigga got the gas station pills with the little girl holding up the pill bottle and shit. Like,
he said he's gonna.
What is you wrong,
He said, "I'm
bro?
gonna show you how to boost your pH levels." I'm like, anybody tell me that's not a thing?
You remember? Because I think who was showing it, and I was like, "Damn, why they got the little girl holding the pill? Yeah, the pill bottle." Yeah. I remember that shit. That's crazy.
I'm gonna boost your pH levels. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas.
He's the new age Noble Drew Ali, man. The new age Noble Drew Ali.
Right. Definitely is.
I'm gonna boost your immune system.
You definitely is.
Made doctor, lying to the people, man. Talking about having his, what did he say, his own town or his own nation or some shit like that.
I mean, they do have some. From what I heard, they got some land and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly how extensive it is, but they got some. I don't knock them for that, but what you're teaching people, that's the bad part.
But true story. You got it wrong, true story. The English were black, and West Africans were white. You got to remember that.
just like any evil villain, he exposed the plan and the reason why he wants people to use the words Aboriginal or the name Aboriginal or Aborigine, and that's basically not to pay fucking taxes.
Yeah,
and it's not to do anything other than to benefit in a way that Native Americans benefit. Although we know that not all Native American tribes benefit the way that the 5 recognized tribes do. But just listening to him, on his show yesterday, it's not even about being that, honestly, bro. It's not even about, because he said it. We're mixed up with African, we got some Indian in us, we got white in us. He knows this stuff, bro. But he's trying to use it from a political stance and a movement stance. And how in the world can anybody get behind somebody with that tells so many lies? Because I don't like to use I forget being politically correct. Just all the time lying, bro. How in the world can I couldn't be behind nobody like that. I couldn't stand up for anybody like that, man. It's crazy.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Damn.
Not at all. Like, listen.
No, he's a proud scammer. Dude's been scamming for over a decade or longer. It's ridiculous. It's shameful, bro. But everybody acts like it's not what he's doing. But that's what the fuck he's doing. He's a scammer.
Yeah, they don't care. He's selling.
Hey, this is the same nigga that put up his quote unquote, I'm using air quotes, degree on the screen. I don't know why he did that. When goddamn well he got called out for the grammar errors. Nigga, that shit fake. That shit fake. How you spell science wrong?
Sutek, I don't even think that he knew it was spelled wrong, because they just going with everything about them is fake. Nothing is scholarship, so they're not checking and
right. I agree, because if you knew that it was wrong, why the hell would you show it? So yeah, and that just shows the level of ignorance. You can't even fucking spell science right. You
and
don't
they
even see that mispronunciation. Why am I gonna let you try to give me some type of medication or tell me about genetic? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Listen, they already know anybody who falls into this belief is gonna be stuck, and it doesn't matter what you if you get something wrong. It's just a belief. Listen, I'm not African. I'm from America. I'm better than. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
These niggas is giving me vibes like, I don't care that he made up a degree. He's still right.
Yeah.
If he was not a goddamn degree, he lied about everything.
Everything.
If you will lie about a degree, I'm damn sure you're gonna lie about everything. I'm not trusting your ass with nothing.
Especially when it goes to you trying to act like you sounding smart, you're gonna lie about it. Because your goal is just to look and sound smart without actually being.
How you want to?
You know what he's doing though? He's taking advantage of black folks' insecurities with the transatlantic slave trade. He understands that a lot of black folks are very insecure, and what he's doing is he's filling the void by telling them what they want to hear, giving them an alternative story that's going to make them feel better. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he's doing, but he's charging them for it.
True story is going in. We said everyone named Black in the hood has a prison record.
This is crazy.
He said that Ling Ling showed up in here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, goofball.
But yeah, Callie, you're right, man. But listen, let's just listen to how they cheer him on, like this. Like Aboriginal Power jumps in and he says something right after this, which is just crazy. Because we on slave voyages, so we can check. Matter of fact, we don't even have to check because I already showed the 1619 ship. So just listen to what he says.
Hey,
How the hell you got the most famous slave ship with no damn data available, bro?
Yeah, so I was
right, and when you look up the amount of slaves that came in 1619 on slave voyages, it says 0.
Right, right, bro. This whole, hey, bro.
So he said, if you look up slave voyages 1619, it says 0. Right. So look, if you can look over here, this is slave voyages, transatlantic slave trade. This is 1619. There's actually 49 entries for 1619. So these are all slaves. Look, you can see right over here, captives arrived. So what is he talking about? There's 49 entries for slave ships in 1619. 49 to different parts of the Americas. So what is he talking about? Did he ever actually look up slave voyages, do you think?
Man, maybe these niggas don't know how to work the website or something.
You heard what he said though, right? He said when you look up 1619 and for slaves, you find zero. Well, however he said it, the point was 1619 there's no slave voyage. That's what he said, right?
That's what he said.
But right now,
maybe he don't know how to work the website. I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because I know niggas just it's hard to believe that niggas just be like blatantly lying like that, bro.
I think what it is, I think he showed something one time before where I think it's like the growth of the slave population over the years and how it was really low in the beginning and it started picking up in the 1700s and then really picking up towards the end of the 1700s going to the 1800s before it was actually about. He showed some shit like that and he was pointing to that, man, but I don't think it was zero in 1619. I think it was like zero back in way before then, but it was something like that he showed. But this guy is yet another coon, man. He's another turncoat, bro. And none of these people. I mean, I really believe we should petition for a law to get passed, and that these people really, get in trouble for this shit, bro. Because it's a detriment to our shit, bro. Our society, to the movement, to everything, man. These people are terrible people.
Now, although you got a great point because if you being anti-Semitic or some shit, you'll go to jail. You'll face some type of consequences. You'll go to jail depending on the severity of what you was doing, but you'll face some type of consequences with your job, financial. Or you're getting into some shit for that.
But hold up, man. It's a guy on TikTok, bro. That's a fucking teacher. It's a few people that are in certain positions where I know what they're preaching is against the code of ethics for the positions that they hold. And again, just like with any politician, anybody that's getting on public platforms and right out lying like this, man, and trying to muddy up the water and confuse the people, man. It definitely needs to be some fucking consequences for this shit, bro. For real.
Yeah. How you just gonna disrespect our history like that? And, they never care when it comes to shit like us. But if like you'll see like on videos on Facebook or something where they attach like a disclaimer, whether it's true or they'll give you a disclaimer about it. They need to start attaching that shit to their video. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I seen them start doing that shit on YouTube where they're attaching disclaimers to people's videos because the content that they're bringing forth. We need some shit like that.
Man, this shit is wicked, man. And it's just getting worse and worse. Then you got, like I say, when I'm listening to this fucking Ice Cube dude and the shit that he's saying, and then like I said, came across that video of Isaiah Thomas saying the same shit, and you have these older people tapping into this whole conversation as well, and just because they're elders, it makes it seem a little bit more legitimate. You know what I mean? And especially women, like dude, the powwows on TikTok, and it be ladies only, man. And dude, I just always say how shameful it is. It's embarrassing to see that the black woman, again, we all know that we have been degraded, and we degrade ourselves, but this ignorance that they are displaying is shameful, bro. And then how do you Like people get mad at me on TikTok because I go hard. I don't let up on them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going straight at their throat. But how do you distinguish between your enemies now? Because my enemies are looking like me in our reality now. You know, and this shit crazy. It's sad.
I would think that's part of a game plan, man. Somebody's orchestrating that. Because that's just a new way of, because they always try to, pit us against each other. Who's they? Society. They glorify the gang culture. Shit like that. So it definitely seems kind of weird that it's just another tactic of division. They just came up with another, you know what I'm saying? They brainstormed and came up with that. It could be some conspiracy shit, whatever. But I definitely think it's something to that, old dog.
Well, I'm gonna keep on searching for it, man. But that fucker Dan Calloway, and this Ali Muhammad guy, and that whatever Bay dude, all these guys need to be constantly badgered and exposed for the lies until we really get a true understanding of how this shit, or where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But what if it is just the fact that these people really believe this, though? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, some of them do, man. I used to speak to this girl who used to believe in chakras and shit like that. Just like, what the fuck? And then she said, have you ever tried the Pattern app? I said, what the fuck is that? And I downloaded and looked at it, and it's about astrology. I'm like, I uninstalled that goofy ass shit. I said, man, I said, you like believe in every crazy ass shit possible, everything. And then she started telling me how she's going to manifest a better life, and I'm like, oh boy. I said, yep. Let's have it. I said, you know what I said? You had it was nice while it lasted. It was nice while it lasted.
Everybody have a better life.
She gonna
manifest that easy. Everybody will have a better life. If you can just manifest shit.
Right.
Shit, niggas wouldn't be in Africa starving.
Put it in the atmosphere.
Put it in the atmosphere. Beans,
bro.
rice, corn. Like, no, them niggas still ain't got nothing to eat. God damn it. That shit don't work.
That shit don't work. Dog.
She said, you got to get in touch with your spiritual side. Man, she was burning sage.
I can't do it. I'd rather be with a Christian. Fuck that.
She said, I left the church and you went crazier.
Yeah, you left from one religion and got even more religious.
Yeah, but they don't think they're religious though. That's the crazy part. They think that they left something and didn't pick up something else to replace that. That shit's crazy.
It's like what Ujah will be saying, you change clothes without taking a bath. You done been in this religion damn near your whole life, if not your whole life, and you still have this mentality, this religious mentality, this superstitious mentality, and then you take it over to another paradigm. Like, it's no different.
But you still got them same, like you just said, them same things.
You still got that same religious mentality.
Word,
You've been indoctrinated with this shit your whole fucking life, bro. You can't just stop and then think. No, you still got those Christian values in you, those concepts and shit.
Yep. What you think a man is, what you think a woman is, all those things.
Yeah.
They play out in real life.
Because when you ask some of them though, they'll tell you that they used to be a Christian, they're a Hebrew over here, then they was a 5%er, then they became an NOI, then they now they this. And here it is. We back to Abos. I mean, it's crazy that people search.
But you know what's funny thing else too? She's the sun gaze.
The hell is sun gaze?
They trying to kill their eyes.
Sun gaze. Look at it.
Looking at the sun. That's the one thing they tell you don't do. Don't look directly at the sun. And now you woke and you
Now
want
these
to look.
niggas gazing. They ain't just looking. They gazing at them.
You woke now. You woke and now you like, yo, I'm gonna look directly at it.
That's crazy.
Now you woke. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
That's why I said, bro, I'm asleep. I'm not woke. I went back to the hood, niggas and said, you got vaccinated, man. I thought you was woke. Nah, nigga, I'm not woke. No.
Man,
shit. Fuck you talking about?
That's not even a conversation. You can't even have that conversation with Apple. You heard about medicine and vaccine? Like, it's not even worth it. I'm telling y'all now, do not have that conversation with them. They're not.
Oh yeah, they're anti-vax. Abos are anti-vax. 100%, they anti-vax. They take. Matter of fact, the Abos. There were Abos who were telling people to take, colloidal silver. You know what I mean? They was telling them to take that shit.
Yo, listen, you will end up pissing yourself off. You will be mad at the end of the day having that conversation. I tried it years ago. I just left it alone. I said, no, I'm just going to.
No, they called me an agent. I was to call the agent.
Oh, yeah, you're an agent. Absolutely. You're pushing that. Yeah, you're an agent.
That dumbass nigga in the chat said, no real nigga got a vaccine, nigga. I got it, nigga. I'm realer than your motherfucking ass.
Yo, check it out. Check it out. He said, no real nigga got vaccinated. Guess what they was doing in the prisons? Vaccinating all the motherfuckers.
All their ass.
All of them.
Military too?
Federal, yeah. So, yeah.
The real niggas he know must be some freak ass motherfuckers.
Man, right.
Hey, I got vaccinated multiple times.
Man, we've been getting
Ice
vaccinated.
Cube was stupid. Ice Cube was stupid, and so was Red Man. That was two of the dumbest moves ever.
Facts.
Ice Cube made his decision off stupidity.
He didn't want to do power anymore.
I heard about Red Man. Right.
Yeah, Red Man
didn't
want to do power anymore because he
That was dumb
No,
as fuck.
Ice Cube said it.
What happened with Ice Cube though?
Ice Cube said it during the Tucker Carlson
He was supposed
interview.
to shoot a movie. He was supposed to shoot a movie, but he didn't want to get vaccinated, so he passed up the movie. And the movie did big numbers. The movie did big numbers.
That's
meanwhile,
nigga sabotage itself.
But think about it. How many vaccines he probably took before this?
Right.
Right.
Ooh.
Every
said it was way too fast, or somebody ignorant.
Every other one he took, right? There was no like propaganda behind it. It was just normal thing. Now when COVID comes, because it was accelerated, because we have the technology to do that now, it's a problem.
And that's a good point right there. They act like we still stuck in the fucking 1800s where everything is like technology hasn't made any headway. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is just so stupid, bro. Like, what in the hell they think?
Hey, should we have waited 50 years? Should we have waited 50 years to make a vaccine?
Right. No.
Yeah, that would knock that population out.
Shawn, how long was they working on mRNA technology?
For 30 years.
30 years, right? Yeah.
So
30 years.
Did we really waited the time?
Yeah.
That technology took 30 years to develop. And when it came time to put it to good use, it was there. What's the problem? I don't get what the problem is.
And they went through the same 3-phase clinical trials as everything else does.
Tell y'all now.
That's how dumb he is. You said these the same people that hate Colin Kaepernick. You stupid nigga.
Who hate Colin Kaepernick?
Oh no, you cannot. Don't feed in the King of Kampala. Don't not feed in there. Yeah.
He from right down the street. I fuck with Colin Kaepernick
because I think half of the shit he means, but half of the shit he's just joking. Like, I really feel that way. I don't believe that he believes everything he said.
Hold on, listen to this.
The Hollywood Reporter says actor Ice Cube is saying no to a $9 million payday because he won't say yes to the COVID vaccine. The actor and rapper was set to co-star in a new comedy, Oh Hell No, alongside Jack Black. But when producers requested
almost $10 million,
$9 million, nigga. That's all I need to hear, nigga. Fuck that. And he
hey,
probably got
mind you, he
residuals.
had already taken the vaccine long before he was told to take the vaccine.
So he was able to watch and see. You know, he's probably watching.
Yeah, he had time.
Yeah,
They were
time, bro.
crazy. Shit, but it was sad how they did it, man.
Listen. No normal person passes up $9 million.
No.
There's no
Hey,
fucking.
Hold on. Just listen to this.
But when producers requested all cast members get a COVID vaccine, Ice Cube backed out.
Why wouldn't you take the vax? You had a direct order to take it. You were told to take it.
Yeah, I'm not real good with direct orders, but on a whole nother note,
but it was a command. I mean, they told. I'm sorry, they told you. I mean, they couldn't have been clearer about it.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. Did you take it?
Of course not.
Yeah, no, it wasn't ready. You know?
Hold on. Tucker Carlson did take it. Everyone at Fox News had to take the vaccine.
Yeah,
he took it. He lied.
Yeah, he just lied, bro.
He's a liar. He
said it was too quick. What did he say at the end? Shit was no fucking.
Yeah, he said it was too quick. It was made too quick.
It was 6 month, kind of rush job, and I didn't feel safe.
But they told you were safe.
I know what they said. I know what they said, and I heard them loud and clear. But it's not their decision. There's no repercussions if they're wrong, but I get all the repercussions if they're wrong.
Do you know anyone who was injured by the vaccine?
I do, and they suffer.
It's definitely a repercussion if they're wrong.
It's hard to watch. Suffering and
I
suffering
want
is
to know.
not.
Hold on.
Yes,
I want to know who he knows. I want to know who he knows is injured by the vaccine.
He don't know no
Yeah,
goddamn
like,
body.
that's what I was gonna say. What the
I
fuck
wanna-
are all these people that's turning into X-Men and shit? They were saying all this shit while the shit was going on.
I know.
Now niggas quiet than a motherfucker now.
Yeah, now it's and guess
Yeah,
what?
where all the dead?
People still getting vaccinated. People still catching it. We just have it under control now. Like,
people still catching it, man. My cousin just had it 2 months ago.
yeah, one of my somebody I know just had it like a month ago. Right? Of course, when it first came out, it was a big scare about it and all that.
It wasn't just
like-
a scare. Niggas was dropping like flies.
No, absolutely. Let me not say it like that. A lot of people was dying. A lot of people was dying.
Checking out
With-
with young.
Word, which made it kind of worse because when it came time to, then they run that, it's just so fast shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But shit, we in the emergency. We in a global pandemic, and all these scientists are working together. You remember when they was like, nah, y'all can't use Skype for a little while because we reserving it for the doctors. Nigga, these doctors all around the world working together. We ain't never seen that in our lifetime.
Yep.
That's a great point, Sutek, because never before have we seen everybody focus on this one goal to push. You know
Yep,
what I'm
every
saying?
country you see it in Cuba, you see it in Italy,
So why
Israel. Yep.
Instead of say they usually have, let's say, I'm just gonna give a number. Let's say they got a 10, 20-man team. Now they got a global team who's all working on these shits around the clock.
Around the clock.
Usually, these guys got shifts. They work their regular day shift. They go home and they come back tomorrow and do it. No, this is nonstop. All
They
around.
were doing 16 hours. Some
know what
people
I'm
were
saying?
spending the night in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
now add to that, we already got the technology, the mRNA technology.
This
that
no
we done
motherfucker in the
working
chat bragging talking about I never had none of it. Right. You susceptible to a whole lot of shit, you dumbass.
You don't know what you had, bro.
Right.
I tell people that all the
Hey,
time.
you know
don't
what's funny
what the
thing
fuck
though?
you had.
Oh, listen,
You guys know what's funny thing though? Rich white people, rich white folks were going out of their way to try to buy it, to cut the line. Rich white folks who wouldn't be in front of the list, they were trying to cut in front of the line to get the shit first. but dumb motherfuckers in the chat room running away from the shit that was saving lives. This how stupid you are.
They was coming in the hood taking these niggas' vaccine.
They was coming in the hood.
More than 250 million
white
people
folks
vaccinated.
came here.
White people came to Detroit and Groves, man.
White folks was in East Oakland, man, driving and getting fucking vaccinated, bro.
Look, niggas will fuck raw, but won't take a vaccine. Like for real, you'll play Russian roulette like that, but won't take a vaccine.
Nigga turned into Smokey. Oh, that was different.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Dumb motherfuckers.
Oh no,
better be glad you survived that shit so far.
Yeah, Sean.
Not just fuck raw, but fuck raw some woman that they found at the club they never met before. They don't know what that person got.
A piece of strange. Nigga raw dog is some strange.
Vegas was hot with that this weekend, boy. I went out there for that fight, boy. They was all over Vegas.
I don't know what Q Butter talk about, but Q Butter he vaccinated.
Yeah,
he'll talk that shit, but he vaccinated.
And he in New York. They don't play about that.
Nah. They weren't playing about it here, especially if
The
you
motherfucker who had y'all dumbass niggas believing something was wrong with the vaccine was vaccinated.
Facts.
The nigga threw a whole party, and people who was invited couldn't come to the party if they wasn't vaccinated. Robert F. Kennedy, the biggest anti-vaxxer in the United States, threw a whole entire party, and if you were not vaccinated, you could not come. And he was vaccinated.
These niggas is
like I said,
niggas,
so was Tucker Carlson, Fox News, and all those other right wing, talk outlets. Whether you want to say all the right wing media outlets, all of them, from Newsmax to One America, all of them were getting vaccinated. Even Alex Jones, they said what was again anti-vax. It turned out his goofy ass got vaccinated.
He said, y'all don't do, see, this is what I talk about. Like, people, you got to know who you talking to, Kampala. When you say stuff like, y'all don't do nothing for black folks, because everybody on this panel participates in doing something for black folks. Some might do a little bit more than others, but there's been some major accomplishments on this panel that you don't even acknowledge, nigga, because you too busy dick riding other motherfuckers who you think doing something, they ain't doing nothing.
That's for real, nigga. Come to Detroit, nigga. I'll show you what I got popping.
Your mama needs your big meds, motherfucker.
Talking that shit.
Come on out here.
So mind your business,
Right
dumbass female. You about the
talk.
slowest motherfucker I ever seen in the chat room.
Hold on, look. So look, Smoke Signal, he popped up. He said, I'm trying to see where any Abos have yet taken a loss. So you didn't hear about
They've been
that.
taking them all week, you dumbass nigga. You the main one taking losses. I've been on panels you ain't even been on, old punk ass nigga. He wasn't in the chat room or nothing on none of them shows.
He anti-vax too. Just let you know.
No, we could have figured that.
Yeah,
Bitch, you dumb. Ain't nothing smart about your motherfucking ass. Take your old ass to bed. Wanna be Abo ass.
Business. Who is that none of your business? I haven't seen that name before.
Man, she's stupid.
She be over here all the time.
Hey, hold on, but didn't Ali Muhammad say, hold on, didn't Ali Muhammad said he was working on the vaccine? Didn't Ali Muhammad say he was working on the vaccine?
Yeah.
Doing the after show?
He said he working on a whole bunch of stuff.
So if he had a vaccine,
kill somebody, yo.
They would take it. They would take it and they say, nah, it's not a vaccine. They would name it something else and be like, it's not a vaccine. Just so it doesn't have to
going to jail.
Yeah, he couldn't legally say it was a vaccine. He could say the vaccine, but illegally it wouldn't be a vaccine. It would be like some vitamin or something.
As soon as he say what he do,
saying it's a vaccine.
Yeah, no, it's on his webpage. Remember, I pulled it up during the pandemic. I pulled it up on the pandemic when I did the show on Ali Muhammad, showing that he was talking about that he had some shit that you can take if you didn't want to take the vaccine. And then he said he had some shit that'll reverse the vaccine. So if you got vaccinated, he had some medicine that he concocted or some pills or something you can order on
He
his
probably
website.
took the vaccine
Wait,
himself.
hold on. Sure.
You lucky I'm not a snitching ass nigga.
If you had second thoughts about the vaccine, you can go to him and
Yeah, that's how he advertised it on his website.
Yo, if he's not, he's the definition of an opportunist.
Yep.
Am I?
He was selling people some shit that don't even work, bro.
So look, he got
buying it.
he got a vaccine and he got something to counteract the white man's vaccine.
Yeah. You order the pills. You order the pills off his website. You order the pills off his website, and it's supposed to be like a what do they call that shit that your body do every day naturally? I think it's called a D.
Protein, vitamin detox.
No, not that. Like, let's say clean, like your body naturally cleanses itself. It detoxes. So he had a detox.
Detox.
He had a detox that'll detox the vaccine out of your body. There's no fucking way to do that. He doesn't understand. Apparently, he doesn't understand what a vaccine is. A vaccine trains your immune system to respond to a threat the next time it encounters it. How the fuck are you going to detox your immune system?
All right.
Yeah.
Of forgetting what a foreign pathogen looks like. Do you not understand the complexity of that ignorance? You're going to detox something that is helping your body recognize the threat the next time it encounters it, or when it encounters it. You finna try to detox that out of your body or rid your immune system of being trained to recognize that threat. There's no way to untrain your immune system.
It's ridiculous. I don't even know what the argument is about, because it's like this. If say you about to have a fight, right? Would you rather train for the fight or just go into the fight without any training? Which one would you rather do? Train, right?
Always got to be prepared.
Free Papa, you stupid as hell.
That's what the vaccine is doing. It's training your body to now, when you get into this fight with this pathogen, it knows what to do. It has some type of plan.
By the way, all the boxers that you watch, they got vaccinated. I know that for a fact. All of them, they got vaccinated. I'm being dead ass serious. All of them,
bro. They just get their shit and move on.
Nope. Facts.
No, listen. The whole point is why the world got back to regular is because enough people got vaccinated. It wasn't just because the shit just went away.
Right.
Enough people got vaccinated.
It really did help.
Yeah, because I remember Deontay Wilder. He told us he wasn't even tripping over it. He just said, "Yo, I'll make sure my whole team got vaccinated so we can get ready to go on to go, get ready to go fight. We can finish doing training camp." They came up, they vaccinated everybody in my training camp. He didn't complain about it. He didn't have no conspiracy theories, whatever. Just moved on about his life.
They told him, listen, if you want to get to that paper, this is what you got to do.
You got money to make. Fuck all that.
He never said nothing negative. He didn't give a fuck about it. It wasn't nothing negative to think about. He just, let's get the vaccine.
It wasn't an issue.
On. Nope. The only issue was for the dumbass people
like
on the internet
trying to take them out. Like, nigga, you a regular nigga. Ain't nobody trying to take you out, bro.
And it's like,
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where these broke ass nobodies come from thinking somebody trying to harm them? Like, they would have already killed you, bro.
Like the nigga that sell nicks on the block thinking the feds nigga, the feds is not watching you, bro. I put that on my life. The feds is not watching you, bro. You just sold the nigga a dime.
They always trying to say like United States is a corporation, right? So why would a corporation kill all its employees, right? So they get all their money from our taxes. Why would you want to get rid of everybody, all your income?
Because that's what the white man did when they stole the land in 65 years, nigga. You got to wake up, my brother.
Shit makes no sense. Yeah, I'm asleep. I gotta wake up.
Hold on, Free Papua TV said when they when no migrants, when they were sitting in those concentration camps, yeah, they were. They absolutely were vaccinating those people. They didn't want that shit to start spreading. All those people sitting close corners, they fucking vaccinated all them fucking people.
What's so funny is that
during the pandemic,
when measles broke out, among them Jews, they made all them Jews get vaccinated. They closed the section of their Jewish community down. Jews couldn't even come out, yo. They was in New York. That shit would have went crazy.
Yep. Absolutely.
I remember that. That's why I said New York don't be playing about that shit. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember some of the Jews didn't want to get vaccinated. Yeah, then they had to.
That was 2019.
Yeah,
No, they got vaccinated. They changed that shit up. They got vaccinated.
That's why Robert Kennedy came to New York at the end of the year before, I mean in November, right before the pandemic broke. Why? October, late October before the pandemic broke. But shit, COVID was surfacing around November. So these dummies is in New York arguing with against the whole vaccine shit. And then not even a month later, the fucking pandemic break out.
Yeah.
This dude Frapper Free Papa.
And the white boy solution was to expose his son to the foreign pathogen.
Oh, that was hold on. That was the debate with the white.
Dale Beatrice, the whole anti-vaccine movement. Dale Beatrice and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
So that, and then shortly after we did get that the pandemic.
Yeah,
absolutely. I remember that. Damn, man.
That's how funny that shit worked.
It shit worked. Yeah, you guys were talking about vaccines before, way up before the pandemic. Basically, you guys had enough information to prepare people for it. But man, you guys put out a lot of good information during the pandemic. Like I told you before, man, you guys helped me make good decisions, man. You guys helped me make great decisions during the pandemic. So I always thank Shawn and Anka. You guys put out a lot of good work, man. But yeah, it was Shawn that got me to go speak to the virologist.
Yeah, Shawn and Travis.
Shawn, I didn't know you back then, but I was definitely watching. You definitely told me with Aunt too. Told me a lot about the vaccines and shit. Put me on to
man. Listen, we argue with people who had titles that had.
I know. Them or not. I was watching. I know.
Yeah, I remember. Was he at the one? I think there was one lady. She was the virologist, white lady, right? Old white lady. I forgot her name. I remember you guys were interviewing her. What was her name again?
She was I forget her name, but that was on the pseudo killers channel. They had her on the show and she was talking about this shit.
We needed that, man. For real.
One of my best interviews was with Dr. Bonita Cole. But Dr. Bonita Cole, she works for John Hopkins. She legit, all the way legit. She fought through that. Her and her friends, they fought through the whole pandemic, yo. And then they added the lady from DC that was on that interview with us, black lady from DC, and the information that she had was impactful too. That's how, like, niggas wasn't even reading this stuff, man.
Nah,
they do all, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic and wasn't reading shit.
Shawn, I just thought about something. So this is one of the funny things about the whole, like, how they were trying to discredit the vaccine with the mRNA, with the nanobots. You remember the nanobots?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were thinking that it was a computer chip.
Oh man.
Yeah, Polite was pushing that shit too. Remember Polite was pushing that shit. Polite and Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh was a big proponent of pushing that shit heavy.
That was Pharaoh, crazy.
Why, Young Pseudo. We put it.
What was debunked and brought out in court though? What's this nigga in the chat talking about, yo? This nigga saying, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Listen, bro.
He been saying we lying the whole time.
Listen, now let me clear this up. Natural immunity is one of the most dangerous things on the face of this earth. If you think that your body,
hold on, Shawn, I want to put it on the screen. Who said that?
Pook E. He said it at the 32-minute mark.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So, dude, listen to me.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
I'm about to show you how natural immunity works. How many people? You know there was over 1 million people that died in the pandemic because of so-called "quote unquote" natural immunity was supposed to take over, and more who has long COVID and still have problems to this day from long COVID being infected and even reinfected. So natural immunity is one of the most dangerous ways to introduce a foreign pathogen to your body. So when you do that, that's like playing like that goes back to old Goon's comment about these are the same people that have sex raw.
Just Russian roulette.
It is Russian roulette with a virus, because your body doesn't. You don't know how your body's going to respond to something it's never encountered before.
That's what
whether you get a mild, whether you have a mild response.
What that, son?
Well, they call it if you have like an asymptomatic response to it, meaning that you really don't have any real big things about it. Your brain, you might not remember something, and you might lose your taste and smell, and you might feel like, oh, it's nothing, or you might be like, well, I got a cold, and you might be like, oh, that's the only thing that I had when I caught. You don't even know if you caught anything or not. You don't know how the virus is acting in your body. And then when it gets reintroduced to your body, you don't know the damage that it is causing on your organs, because you're too stupid to go to a hospital and get yourself checked out to see if there's something that you really need to take to prevent further damage. And a lot of people are going to see within the next few years. That's why some people still be like, man, I can't remember something. But they struggle with their memory. They still struggling with taste and smell. Some foods they can't even smell or taste, but they keep doing their thing. And y'all think it's gonna be real. Y'all finna see. How. That's what I said. I said this pathogen will change the complexity of our existence moving forward. We will have to adapt in some type of way, and that's going to cause some type of selective pressure that will cause our children to develop differently than how we were developed before this damn virus.
And they're going to blame it on the vaccine.
Hey man, once the niggas start dropping them articles in the back chat talking about erectile dysfunction, I was like, oh
yeah, you can get that shit.
Actually, everybody should be getting that motherfucking air, nigga. I ain't trying to be got me out in this motherfucker.
You get infected by a virus that can cause fucking your manhood not to work. That's dangerous, and that's never been seen before in any other virus. King Kampala. mRNA vaccines do not contain any portion of the virus in it. So when you're saying that 30% of the sickness is inside of it, you're the fool. That means you don't know about vaccines.
There's no
second generation vaccines may contain a weakened or dead strand of the virus in it. That second generation mRNA doesn't contain none of that. You got to keep up with the science, bro. This shit 3-4 years old. You had enough time to graduate from school.
Yeah, dude, your people in your circles ain't heard of because they don't do no fucking research.
You guys over there tripping, man. Let Nipah virus get out. Let the Nipah virus get out. See if y'all go motherfuckers gonna take that vaccine.
He said these niggas still snore cocaine.
Nipah virus got a 45% kill rate.
Hey, but ain't malaria in Florida? Some parts of Florida, malaria. I heard about a few cases down there. That shit.
Shit ain't nothing to play with.
Oh, Shawn.
And wasn't Moderna that got a contract to work on the Nipah virus vaccine?
So
I think I read Moderna, wasn't it?
My bad.
Several different. What were you saying now to see?
Nah, I was just thinking about how the question. Well, the guy made a statement about the natural immunity, right?
Yeah.
So, when we look at it, all we have to do is really ask the Native Americans how natural immunity works.
Right. Exactly.
But that is something that the Abos, they deny.
Right.
They say, well, no, nobody got sick and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is, we just know it not to be true.
Bullshit.
We ask the Native Americans a natural immunity. See how you want to
real.
Yeah. Like that knowledge of virus, people don't understand. Like, they think they can drink alkaline water and just have a healthy body. It don't work like that. It does not work.
Dr. Sebi shit.
Yeah, if your body comes across something it's never seen before, you have a risk of dying because your body doesn't know how to fight it. And through fighting it, you could die when somebody else could live from it. You know what I'm saying? It just all depends on you.
Subscribe
right?
to your Instagram.
Or if the vaccine or something to prevent it, you could take that and have a way greater chance of survival.
Yeah, vaccines are recommended by your doctor. It's gonna always be far more recommended over just trying to get the goddamn disease. And you know what I mean, because you don't know, and in most cases you don't know the long-term ramification of some of these diseases. So it's better to get vaccinated. It provides far more protection and lasts longer. So I don't understand why you wouldn't want to get vaccinated.
No,
You've
Callie,
been vaccinated your whole life. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this, Kelly. You heard them say that it's about money, right?
Right.
So when you went and took the COVID vaccine, did you pay?
No. I didn't pay. I didn't pay for the COVID vaccine or the flu vaccine.
No,
I got both when I got the booster. I got both for free.
Because those are things that the government wants to do to keep the people healthy. So they're like, listen, we're giving these for free. So it's not a money thing, right?
No, it's not a money thing. You know, it's a funny thing too. We actually had a drop in matter of fact, in people contacting the flu when people were indoors.
Mm-hmm.
Funny how that works, right? Remember that? Remember that, Sean?
Yeah. People stop
Remember
being
how
around
less
each other.
people Yeah.
But you know, a thing that I asked some abos, how in the hell y'all talk so much shit about science? Don't y'all realize science is the stuff that keep our food safe? Science is helping keep our water safe. It works for our benefit across the board. How can y'all deny it?
Science is why they got gas in their car.
Right.
And
what the fuck?
The reason they go on the internet and talk that shit is because of science. You can't deny science. They look at science. I don't get it. They look at it like a religion, right? When it's really just a way to know something, right? So when you have something down systematically, you got it down to a science, right? And there's also the science in figuring out. You know what I'm saying? How you figure out to get it down to a science. Like, it's not just, we come from monkeys type shit. No, the way your brakes works is a science. They trust their brakes though, right?
They trust everything, bro.
You know, they would tell you, these dumbass abos would tell you, go ahead and contract monkeypox and just let everything go naturally. We'll be fine. No, you know, smallpox vaccine actually does a fairly good job. So I think I would
what they doing with catching monkeypox
vaccine. Say it again.
Fuck them niggas doing catching monkeypox.
I remember when that monkeypox shit was going down. We know what community it was going to.
I was tripping too at first, and then I was like, nah, it only really affect gay people. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Shit, I don't need to worry about no vaccines. Yeah, fuck you doing catching monkeypox, nigga.
Yeah, we know what community was going to. No, but you know all these different viruses that are. I mean, look, there are a countless amount of viruses and different pathogens out there in the world. I'm talking about in the world. So why, when you want, scientists are always working on vaccines constantly, but you guys will think that they're working on trying to kill you. Why is the goddamn population so goddamn high if they're trying to kill you? Come on, man.
Exactly. Well, we got too many people.
Almost 8 billion people. Almost 8 billion people on Earth, but they're trying to wipe you out. Come on, man. This is stupid. And Africa's population is predicted to grow, to get bigger, to expand.
So, Callie, if the elite wanted to kill us, right? If say they killed us all, so who are they gonna rule over?
Where they getting their money from?
Yeah,
I know.
Getting money? Who they gonna rule over?
The fuck you gonna govern?
Who's gonna be their worker bees?
What's a government without a people to govern? Like, that shit don't make sense.
If anything, you want to keep those people healthy. You want to keep them with hope. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep them where they think they have some type of a lifestyle, which is what
if capitalism wouldn't work. If they killed everybody, capitalism would die. In order for capitalism to work, you gotta have an extreme wealthy class, a rich class. Then you got to have like a upper middle class, you know, a middle class, and then a lower middle class, poor, and then poverty. You have to have those tiers in order
You
for
have
it to
to
work.
have consumers with money and with different needs and wants. And you know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
That shit is stupid, bro. I don't understand. Like, what I mean, why the fuck? Why are you guys so anti-vax? It doesn't make any sense. You guys believe in all these dumbass conspiracies. Everybody on the panel has taken the damn vaccine. How come we're okay?
So I'm a blood and a crib. I done took Moderna and Pfizer.
Bro, I took all three. I took Johnson & Johnson first. Matter of fact, I can look at the list.
Listen, almost everybody I know took the vaccine, and I haven't seen not one person with a problem. Yeah, did people react different after? You know, some people had stronger colds than other people, but nobody was in any type of hospitalization situation. You know, they might have had sniffles for a couple of days, maybe a fever. You know, they didn't feel good for a couple
I
of days.
got nothing, bro. I had no side effects, bro.
The
No,
first one,
the only one I had was a soreness at the injection site for both shots.
First one, all I had was a soreness at the injection site. The second
I had none
one,
of that, bro.
I was kind of sick for like 2 days, but I know that's the immune response. That's letting me know I'm alive. That's letting me know I'm alive. My immune system working cool.
Man, my grandfather 87. He took all three of them and he got his booster, all that shit. He's still alive, walking around his joint, having fun, doing this thing. So fuck what they gotta say.
Listen,
I know.
Listen to this.
I know
No, but listen to this.
I can name 30 people that probably took the vaccine, just in my like family and friends. You feel what I'm saying? No
Same
problem.
here, bro. I also have a first cousin who didn't do it, but believe in all the conspiracy theories. But listen to this one. So here we go. March 3rd. March 20th, 2021. I took the Johnson & Johnson, right? Then on December 23rd, that was the day after my birthday, I took Moderna. That's the booster shot, right? Then after that, on June 9th, 2022, I took Pfizer. On October 6th, 2022, I took Moderna. So that's the last one. Yeah.
That was 4?
I took 4, yep.
Okay.
I had 3.
So I had the regular, I had the one and done Johnson & Johnson, and the other 3 are boosters.
Bro, I had a cousin who didn't take the shit. He caught fucking COVID, and I promise you, if it wasn't for his daughter telling him not to pull the plug, because they was about to pull the plug on him, I bet you his ass did it. I bet you been going to get that motherfucker ever since he got out the hospital, bro. He almost died. And he was only like 50. He was only probably about 55, 56 years old.
Tell me that shit ain't playing. At one point, 99.2% of the COVID-related hospitalizations and COVID deaths was unvaccinated people. Like, it don't get more clear than that.
It don't get no more clear than that.
Listen, I never caught COVID, but before, like, so that November before it like came out, I went to the hospital because I had chest pains. I was sick. I never felt like that shit before, but they didn't know.
You did too, bro. You caught it. I think I might have had it before too. When I'm talking about, and it would have been in like 2019. Yeah, in November of 2019. The same here.
After that, once I started, learning about it, I'm like, yo, I had to have COVID. Like before, you know what I'm saying? If they knew what it was and it was really like out there like that, because my chest was killing. I couldn't breathe. I don't know what the fuck this shit was. I was
my
sick.
business partner had the same shit, bro. My business
They
partner
said they were just like, oh, you just got. I forgot what they called it. So they said I had a chest infection, gave me some antibiotics. I was good in like a week. You know what I'm saying? But I never felt like that before. Or I believe I had it. I don't know. But
my
ever
wife
since
had it for 2 weeks, bro. My wife had it for 2 weeks. Me and my kids, we kept testing negative. She caught that shit, bro. When I say that shit was painful to watch her go through that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Man, fuck what these people saying, man. This shit is real, bro. They need to grow the fuck up.
Nah, this shit was dumb, bro. Watching all these people. I remember some of the black folks who were complaining in the street. There was a couple of black folks out here in California. I remember one dude who was complaining. The dude died like 3 weeks later. He had caught it, and he ended up dying from COVID. I'm like, this is fucking dumb. People said, man, they killing him with the vaccine. People were saying he got vaccinated, and I said, no, he got COVID, you dumb motherfucker. COVID killed him. No, they were saying the hospital vaccinated when they got him. And I said, when you get to that stage, it ain't vaccinating you. Motherfucker, this shit was stupid, bro. I'm telling you. These people were crazy, dying for no reason. Dying because they don't want to take the goddamn vaccine. Really buying into it, just believing stupid shit. And it was sad. It was watching all the white folks come in and get vaccinated, and blacks and Mexicans here, I'm talking about in the Bay Area, blacks and Mexicans running away from the goddamn vaccine while white people couldn't wait to get to whites and Asians couldn't wait to get to shit.
But we know that was the propaganda. And we know it was Russian bots and shit that did that to try to influence us, you know what I'm saying, on not taking it. We got attacked. That's what they don't understand. We got attacked by outside entities to convince us through social media that these things are not good, right?
But
Like,
now look who we got doing the same thing though. And they see you got our own people who continue to propagate this.
They picked up those teachers, you know what I'm saying? Just carry it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what Jay said. She said, COVID, no joke. My husband is vaccinated, boosted, just got over COVID. First time, he was really sick for 2 weeks, couldn't breathe, etc. Now imagine if he wasn't vaccinated or boosted.
Exactly. He would have been out of here.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's how you got to look at it, because now he at least had his body had a way to fight it off, even though some people certain things is more dramatic with other people, right? As far as the symptoms and shit. You don't know how symptoms are gonna be from person to person. But
some people will be asymptomatic, and then somebody else might get it and be like, definitely sick. So you just don't know, man. You might somebody else may have mild symptoms. I knew somebody who I thought would be, definitely ill if they caught it, but they end up getting mildly sick, and then somebody who I thought who will be mildly sick end up having to go to the goddamn hospital and shit. So you just don't know, man. It's dangerous out here.
You can't look at somebody and tell. You can't be like, he's in shape. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the gym. Nah, at the end of the day, them things don't matter.
Remember, there was a white guy. There was a white guy who went to the gym. This dude was like a fitness. He was known as like a fitness guru. This motherfucker died. Dude was like in his 30s. He died. Dude was in incredible shape. Died from COVID. And they should have said this shit don't discriminate, bro. Y'all, your chances are better if you're healthy, but it's no guarantee. Why take a risk? It's Russian roulette. And that's why I was telling folks at that point, I said, you guys should see at this point, it's Russian roulette by not taking the goddamn vaccine. And, all the conspiracy theorists came out there. No, he died because of the vaccine. He didn't fucking get vaccinated. You listen to his family? No, they're in on it. The people say, they were in on it. The family's agents too. They're lying, trying to get us to take the vaccine. Just dumb shit, bro.
I don't understand. Honestly, I would if it was something like specifically for black people, but it ain't. It was for everybody. COVID wasn't discriminating. Everybody was in them vaccine trials. Everybody was getting vaccinated. So,
but
remember they were saying, remember there were black folks saying that black people couldn't get it. Remember they were saying black folks couldn't get it.
That was the bullshit. So hold on, Sutek. I can see why he's saying that though, right? Because when we look at social media and shit like that, what they talk about Tuskegee, they talk about experiments during slavery and shit like that. Like the experiments during slavery, those things are true.
Yeah, they were playing on the emotion.
But the story that with Tuskegee,
that's why I said if it was specifically geared towards black people.
I understand. I understand completely what you're saying, but everybody's not thinking about it the way you think. They're not thinking like, oh, everybody else is taking it. They're just thinking like, oh, I'm black, and the medical community don't like black people. You know what I'm saying?
With
And
that Tuskegee, they withheld the medication
yeah,
from the treatments
you
from
know what
black
a lot
people.
of people think? A lot of people think is that they gave them the what was it?
Syphilis.
Yeah, syphilis. That a lot of people think that they gave them syphilis when it wasn't that. They were just watching how syphilis affected them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It was just not treating them. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't giving people syphilis. They
Right, that
probably
was the experiment.
through their negligence, they probably they definitely caused more people to get syphilis than should have.
Right.
Because if certain people was treated, they wouldn't have gave it to other people. You get what I'm saying? So in that sense, yeah, they contributed to people getting it, but they wasn't giving it or sticking people. They think like they was actually sticking people with syphilis needles. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah, Denise, the bar reloaded. She had to get beat up on that before. Shawn beat her up on that. I missed it, but I heard through the grapevine she got her ass beat up on that. That Tuskegee shit. Yeah, I need that. I already know. Going, that's the first thing they bring up. Trust me.
Yeah, and that's usually what they're talking about when they talk about the concerns of vaccine. Go ahead, Callie. You want to say something? Who is it? Is that Callie? It was probably you, too. But yeah, so I can see where you're coming from, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, Sutek. But I just don't think that everybody's looking at it the way we might be looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't reading, the stuff that we might be reading and things like that.
You gotta look at this shit logically. All those appeal to emotions. Look, they did black folks like this and like that. Yeah, okay, but does that mean they're doing black folks like that this time?
Yeah.
Let's take out our emotions and critically assess the situation.
Yeah, and you could have literally went to any vaccine, any pharmacy and got it, right? So you didn't have to go to the pharmacy in the hood if you thought that's what the bad vaccines was. You could have made an appointment at the town over, or you know what I'm saying, wherever you thought was safe at. Where you think the majority of white people at, go make that appointment there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, everybody I talked to that know already what's up, they was going to a whole nother county just to get their shit earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how my mom was on it. My mom was not playing with that shit. Listen, you could not come to my mother's house. Like for real, her own children. Nope, don't come in here. And when she did let you in, don't come next to her.
Right.
Bro, she was not playing. She was not playing. You putting on a mask and everything.
Don't come in here fucking talking and coughing and shit.
She got, she's older. She got certain things going on with her, and she was not playing with it. Word.
Hey, I don't blame her. That's exactly how she's supposed to be.
She offended some people in the family too. They was mad, but she was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going with the science said.
They got to get over it, man. She trying to protect her life. That's self-preservation. That's what she fucking supposed to do. Just because y'all motherfuckers don't give a fuck. I was the same way. Don't you, Brian? Because I had to talk my mama into getting it. It didn't take much, but yeah, don't you bring your ass around my mama. I'm telling my sisters too. They hard headed. They on the pseudo shit. I just stay away from my mama.
That's how my brother was. My uncle. He on that bullshit. So they ended up getting to some shit behind that shit. But that shit all good now. But she was not having it, man. And I'm glad she wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Man,
that's a really touchy subject, man. And we need to. I think we just more informed. We'll be better to battle it. You know what I'm saying? As a whole. If we just know a little bit of history about it, You know what I'm saying? And even a little bit of what's going on now, like we have black people involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that don't make people feel better, but it's not just, there's no such thing as white sign. This is a global effort. So this is what it is.
I don't know no old ladies. Man, plenty of old ladies got their vaccines. Huh?
Yeah.
With a quick fucking
Shaw one, you didn't get it. Shaw one, you didn't get the vaccine.
Nah, Shaw said he did get it. Shaw
Yeah,
said he got it.
that's it made sense. You like I said, man. I heard you talking about your mom. My mom was the same way. When you would come over her house, everybody had to wear a mask. If you wanted to take your mask off, you could do it once you get outside. You go outside, you do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You come in, you got to wear a mask the whole time. And yeah, she wasn't playing none of that stuff.
My mom was not thinking about your feelings. Nope. Fuck your feelings.
And and we're about to have a surge again. They already said that come fall, they expect fall to be bad again. That's why they're gonna have booster shots ready to go in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So just like, because it's just gonna be like the flu.
So
I'll be going to go get my booster shot in the fall with my flu vaccine. I'm not playing. Y'all can sit here and I'm talking about other folks. You guys can play. You could go and play Russian roulette with your life, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not.
It to me, it's not worth it.
I got not a newborn no more, but my daughter's she's 6.5 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta protect her. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's just it. I gotta protect my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be around her, so I gotta be protective. It's not about you all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's about the people you love.
You could kill some of your older relatives.
Exactly.
My aunt who's gonna be 95, right? Her grandson, he didn't go get the vaccine. He came over her house. He gave it to her, even though she was vaccinated. She still got it. She got sick, but like the doctors told her, said the vaccines would save your life.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you know what
without
it
the
is?
vaccine, she would have died.
But you know what sucks with that is the people don't know, like, because you don't want to play around and be like, all right, you can't see what would have happened if you didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Life is just, it goes one way. You can't be like, all right, well, let me see what would happen if I didn't take it, and then play that out, and then go back and be like, all right, I'm gonna go this way. So, like the doctor said,
you die.
Yeah, it saved your life. Your body was prepared. Your body trained because it had the vaccine, so it trained. So now when the fight happened, it didn't just get punched in the face and didn't know what to do. It got punched in the face and knew how to react. It's just that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah, this shit crazy, man. Always push back. Whenever you get on this subject, the vaccines, there's so much pushback in the community. It's really sad.
I usually try not to talk about it just because like it's so many, and usually my channel I just want to talk about what happened in America with the black people. That's what I really try to talk about. But
I get it, man. But it's getting around that time where we yeah.
Nah, go ahead,
it's getting around that time where it's getting around that time where we're gonna have to start talking about that vaccine bill because we need black folks to be informed so they can actually reconsider. Because some folks are gonna be stupid no matter what, but some folks may come across the video and they be like, you know what, I was against it, but what they said made sense. So let me go ahead and go take it, and I can see if I can get some of my other family members to take it. So you may not get through everybody, you may get through somebody though.
Absolutely.
And it's always gonna be crazies out here who just swear up and down that they know more than everybody else. You're not gonna be able to get to some of these conspiracy theories who are just absolutely gone. Like you see some in the chat room, right? Who swear up and down that they know more than the scientists. People have gone to school for over a decade and have been studying for decades. Those people are go ahead.
They didn't look through a microscope since the 4th grade.
Facts.
That's like, how the fuck you gonna tell these people anything? It don't make no goddamn sense, man. Like, it don't.
Yeah, yeah. They these dudes think they can speak to a biologist, a virologist, an immunologist. Like they really believe that they are on the same level. It's crazy to me. But I heard this crazy ass pseudo ass white dude. I heard this pseudo ass white dude on Clubhouse arguing with doctors and virologists, biologists, and immunologists, trying to tell them that you guys are, agents of the deep state that try to kill us. Like, what? That's just fucking stupid. So one of the doctors, Indian lady, she cussed this stupid ass out. I said, I can't even. She said, I'm tired of you, stupid ass. She just said, I'm just tired of you, bro. She said, I was clapping, bro. She said, I'm just tired of you, stupid ass people. She started cussing like, you're a dumb motherfucker. That's what you are. She said, fuck you. She just got tired of them, start cussing them out. She's like, I've been talking to you stupid motherfuckers for 3 fucking years. 3 fucking years, and you stupid motherfuckers have still not learned anything. You're fucking dumb. Read a fucking book. You don't know shit. I studied. I went to school. I learned. I got an education. You chose not to. You're the idiot. I'm the expert. You're supposed to defer to me. I'm here to help you out, to save your life, but you're a fucking idiot. Maybe I should just let evolution take place. I said, shit.
Man. So hold on real quick. Shy. I'm not picking on you, bro, but I just want to point out what you said. So he said, I will say, I think because I was drinking green since about 2018, black sea moss, elderberry, mullein, etc., for my asthma. But my body was prepared for something like COVID. So we hear things like this a lot.
He said elderberry? Oh boy. Not the elderberry again.
So hold on. So for some reason people think that they can take things like this and it'll be
the
like
Dr. Sebi, concoction, right?
They think that it will prepare them for something their body never seen. Right? And that's just not true. There's nothing you could take outside of, medicine. There's no vegetable, there's no root. There's none of that can do that. Now, are there things that can help you with your symptoms? Yeah. But there's nothing that you could do that's gonna get rid of or stop you from getting something. I'm gonna pass it to y'all. I gotta step out the room for a second. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, so none of that shit, none of that matters to COVID. You're not gonna not catch COVID because you done drink grapeseed oil and green smoothies and all this weird shit. None of that shit is gonna matter. You're gonna catch COVID. You're gonna catch COVID. You need an immune response. All that shit that was named is listed under food. Food does not invoke an immune response. So yeah, that is, you're a Homo sapien, man. I gotta stop arguing with these. Like, so I thought.
He's probably thinking that he boosted his immune system.
Nah, no damn boost.
You boost your immune system, you gonna die, bro.
It's just ridiculous, dog. And this is why I'm mad at myself for going back and forth with people of this type of mind state. Like, I'm not doing it no more, yo. You don't know what you don't know. That's why I said earlier, you don't know what the hell you uncaught. Just you can catch COVID and be asymptomatic. And just because you asymptomatic don't mean you clear and in the woods. Because it could be causing long-term damage to your body. even though you caught COVID and didn't even fucking know about it. It's ridiculous. I will say, I think he said, when did I say that? Okay, hold on. I will say, I think because I was drinking green since 2018, great black sea oil, sea moss, and elderberry for my asthma. My body was prepared for something like COVID. It was not. It was not. It was not. It was not prepared for COVID. From no fucking greens, black sea oil, sea moss, elderberry, and whatever that other shit is. It was not. It wasn't. The only way your body can be prepared for COVID is if your body has been prepared for COVID. You have to actually encounter this shit, whether that be naturally or
hold on, before you continue, because I want you to continue. Before you continue, and I want you to continue, tell him to ask his physician if his. Do you think his physician's not going to actually agree with what he just said? His physician is going to look at him like he's a lunatic.
He ain't talked to no physician. No physician ain't told him that. We strange, but you think drinking greens, black sea oil, and sea moss is going to prevent you from catching COVID. Okay. Nobody said that. Now you putting words in our mouth. I said you don't know what you caught and what you didn't catch. There's plenty of people caught it asymptomatically, meaning you don't show any symptoms. One more again, I think because I was drinking greens since 2018, black sea oil, sea moss, elderberry, and mullein for my asthma, my body was prepared for something like COVID. It was not. It was not. So it's okay to think that, but you're wrong. You're all the way wrong.
Hold on, I'm back. Hold on. I didn't point that out to. I don't want to pick on Shaw. I wanted to point out.
I wasn't picking on him either. I made my statement.
I ain't talking about you. I'm really talking about Shawn. Sure.
Oh, you know Shawn gonna go in.
Sure. But the way but it's not that he said that it'll prevent him. He's saying it prepares the body, something like that.
And that's wrong, also.
No,
that's wrong.
No, Sutek, I agree. That's why I wanted to point out. But he put in the comment, when did I say prevent?
Yeah, he tried to act like everybody always twisting his words up. So that's why I read his statement again. I think because I was drinking green since 2018, black sea oil, sea moss, elderberry, mullein, etc. for my asthma, my body was prepared for something like COVID. That's wrong. It wasn't.
No, but I said you should consult your physician.
No, look, hold on. Yeah, you're right, Callie. Not saying you're wrong, but the point is, it's a novelty virus, right? It's a novel virus. It's something our bodies have never seen before. You cannot prepare yourself for something you never seen, right?
How you gonna train for a boxer that you never seen?
Yeah, a novice. Novelty just means new, man. That's all.
All right, hold on. We got Shaw up here.
All right. I wasn't
it's one of those things he said. Studies.
Hold on, Shaw, you low.
Is he talking?
I hear him, but I don't know if he's talking to us or somebody else. Shaw.
Let me move out so we can hear.
Yo, Shaw, you there?
Yo, yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, you good. You loud and clear.
So what's good? So let me be clear, because y'all, I think y'all taking what I said out of context. I wasn't taking COVID. I mean, I wasn't taking none of these things for COVID. I've been living with really bad asthma my whole life. In I think it was the end of 2017 going into 2018, I had took a test at my primary care doctor for my asthma. And I had you got to take a breathing test, and it was really bad. You know what I'm saying? My lungs were like damaged. You know what I'm saying? And again, me being young, working at the post office, the dust, anybody that work at the post office know, my mom's working at the post office my whole life. Her asthma has been it's just getting better, and You know, so again, it scared me. I didn't know what to do because I'm older now. I've been dealing with asthma. This has been a fight my whole life. So somebody put me onto these things of like to clear your lungs, you know, watch your diet, watch out for fructose, like high fructose syrup, things that cause mucus, all of that stuff. And I literally had to change my whole diet, add these things that I mentioned for my lungs. I didn't take this for COVID. I didn't know what COVID was. So when I say that I think my body was prepared for COVID, meaning that if I had caught it, my symptoms may have not been as bad as somebody that didn't. That's what I'm saying. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know. But again, I've never had COVID. I've never had COVID. I worked the whole COVID.
That
I was
you
at the
know
post
of.
of. I know I got tested 3 times, Sutek. I know I never had COVID.
You get tested every day, every week, once a week.
Sutek, let's go back to the symptoms.
Did you get tested every
I got
week,
you.
once a week? Just answer my question, and then we can move on.
Hold on.
I never had symptoms.
Hold on.
Sutek.
Hold on, Shot. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm just gonna play mediator because I know I don't want the conversation to go
No. We good. Hold on. All I'm saying is I never. And what I'm trying to tell y'all is I'm not saying that I don't think I couldn't. I'm not saying it was gonna prevent. I'm not saying that. That's what I mean. But all I'm saying is based on what they were saying. Hold. What I'm saying is based on what they were saying about like your lungs, keep your lungs clear. If y'all notice all that stuff that I mentioned became like a phenomenon during that time because they were saying people with asthma is at high risk because of your lungs, because you know your airways, all of that stuff was in the in symptoms. So what I'm saying is because I was already like I was on a water, bro. I never really gave a fuck about water. Like my diet was bad. I'm a young kid. I don't care. I never cared about diet. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was a rough time for me before COVID. So all I'm saying is what I'm saying is by the time COVID hit, I'm just saying that even if I was that, like Sutek said, oh, did you get tested every day? Even if let's just say I did have COVID. Let's just say I did have COVID in between a month or two. Like I wouldn't have known because I wasn't sick at all. I don't get sick again until like the end of 2021 or 2020, the beginning of 2022.
Child, let me say something real quick. So, but we're not saying that you're saying anything is wrong. We just want to point out a couple things. Well, I want to point out a couple things. So, like when Sutek was asking, did you test every day? There's a reason he asking that because you could have had it and been asymptomatic and not shown any symptoms, or had very minor symptoms that you didn't even notice or pay attention to. You had a stuffy nose for a couple of days, or a headache, or some silly shit. You know what I'm saying? So to say you never had it, that's what he was just trying to point out. But I want to get back to the main thing was about in your comment was when you say it prepared you for it. I just want you to understand that there's nothing that can prepare you for something your body never seen, other than a vaccine, other than introducing or a vaccine or going back to more primitive ways, or you know what I'm saying, or not primitive, but older ways of introducing the actual pathogen to your body. Basically, you know, putting a live virus into you, or inoculation or something along that lines, where you basically playing Russian roulette. You get yourself sick to see what happens.
I'm not disagreeing with that. That's what I'm saying. What I mean by prepared is what I'm saying is I think that even if I would have had COVID, like y'all saying, Sutek saying, oh, yo, you didn't get, even if I did, I wouldn't have known. That's what I mean by prepared, because I wasn't sick 2020, 2021, and it was kind of confusing to me because again, I got asthma, I got bad allergies, I'm always sniffling. I used to tell people when COVID over, I'm gonna have a sinus and nose. That's me. I'm a nerd when it comes to allergies. I'm always, sniffling in summertime.
Oh, I'm not laughing at you, bro. But where that nigga at that said he never got an STD test? Who said that? Yo, they going crazy in the chat right now. Who said that? want to know who said that. But Shy, now I feel what you're saying. You're not. I'm not saying that you're saying anything like. Well, I'm kind of disagreeing with you. You cannot. You just need to know. You cannot.
Well, what I'm saying is when people, and I'm basing it off what they were saying. A lot of the symptoms were. All I'm saying is I didn't have any of those symptoms. That's all I'm saying, and that's what I mean by. That's not saying that I can't catch it. Like anybody close, anybody that's close. Hold on, everybody like
you have to have any symptoms at all.
I know that. That's what I'm saying. If you hold on, Nat, what you don't know is anybody that been around me, they'll tell you that I used to say like, yo, I think I got COVID, or I probably got COVID and I just don't got symptoms. I used to say that a lot during COVID. You know what I'm saying? I don't start going to get a test. When my first time going to take a test, I randomly did. I was coming home from work one day and I seen what in my city, they used to have these trucks sitting around. I don't know if they had that in the city, Nat, where they had the little trucks sitting around. I seen one.
Listen, I'm not in the city, but they got them shits everywhere.
They had them sitting around. So I seen it one day. I said, yo, let me start taking them. So I started doing them every 2 weeks when I got paid. I would go like, yo, every 2 weeks. I made it a habit. Like I'm gonna go get tested every 2 weeks when I get paid. You know what I'm saying? Just to do it. I didn't have no symptoms or nothing. I wasn't sick. I just said, yo, let me start going to get tested. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's what I mean by prepared. Like I'm not coughing. I don't, do none of that. And this is all because I think that because I changed my diet. This don't got shit to do with COVID. You know what I'm saying? My asthma symptoms have been down. I haven't had a pump in about 3 years. I keep a pump on me. I keep my asthma pumps, Advil, all of that.
Did you lost weight?
No, I'm already slim. It was because
that would be the only way that your diet matters.
I was working at what I'm saying is like when you, like for me, I can't speak for nobody else that got asthma. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff we eat, whether it's soda, ketchup, barbecue sauce, all that shit got high fructose syrup in it. That shit inflames my lungs. I start wheezing. I can't sleep on my back. I have to sleep on my side. Like all of that. That's been my life. You know what I'm saying? That don't get better until about 2018. Again, I was working at the post office, not caring. I'm young. I don't care about whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I used to go to my doctor, my doctor used to tell me the only way this is gonna get better is if you leave the post office. As long as you work there and you around all that dust, you're gonna get worse and worse. And I used to just be brushing it off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm young. Until I went to the doctor one day. I took a breathing test because you got to take a breathing test every time you go to get a new pump. And I was put on a steroid. I haven't been on a steroid since I was 15. When I got put back on the steroid, I came out the doctor's office and I cried because I said I'm not taking care of myself. I got a son now, and now I'm not giving a fuck about myself. And that's when I started changing my diet. You know what I mean? And what I'm eating, I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm being careful, mindful about the things I cook. I'm not eating fast foods the same way. Like I'm being mindful of that. I had to really, all that black seed oil, I really was on the extreme with it from like 2018 to like I want to say fall of 2019. After that, I kind of just do it here and there. But I did it because I was just scared. And I said, yo, I gotta find something to do. I gotta switch my body up. You know what I'm saying? Let me try something natural because again, I didn't want to be on a steroid. It make me break out. You know what I'm saying? Prednisone. I don't know if y'all know about prednisone. It make your neck break out. You start getting these hives on your neck. Your face gets chubby. Start looking weird. All of that, bro. That's why I was changing my diet. It ain't had nothing to do with COVID. But again, I'm saying I think that helped my body. My breathing is better. I can sleep on my back now. I never did this my whole life.
Did you get vaccinated?
No, I never got vaccinated.
You got vaccinated. So that's what I'm saying.
Well, you didn't. Damn.
That might have helped with your asthma and all that shit. As far as COVID, it literally did nothing.
Hold on, let me see.
That's what I'm saying, Sutek. I think it just helped with the symptoms, not so much COVID. Not so much COVID.
It didn't help with the symptoms either.
Real quick, I said that you took a vaccine. My bad. I apologize.
No, you good. I started to, and the reason why I started to is because it was like a big family issue. We usually have like a big Thanksgiving dinner and a Christmas dinner, and I didn't get invited to neither one because I wasn't vaccinated. And I started to like, yo, damn, I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my family came up here, but
you trying to kill?
Yeah, they was making a big deal, and I wasn't trying to argue. They like, yo, you know, it was big drama. I'm like, yo, let me just, because I don't want them to.
Did you argue with them about?
Nah, I didn't. I what happened was they was having it was Thanksgiving, and I didn't know I wasn't invited. You know, I didn't know my mom's had told them, like, you know, I wasn't vaccinated or whatever. So, you know, I'm calling, so it's like you know, like getting prepared or whatever. So my cousins is coming up, so they're like, yeah, cuz you're gonna be. They coming up from North Carolina, so they're like, yeah, you're gonna be. So I'm like, yeah. So, you know, probably like a couple of days before, my mom's like, oh, you know, big sister said you know you can't come to our house. I'm like, what the fuck, like. You know, so I'm just like, what's the issue? And I know it's not COVID. Like, what? And that was like a big thing, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't the only one. There's a couple of other like family members, and they made a fuss about it. So I was just like, yo, I'm gonna just go get. I missed the Thanksgiving one, and I was like, before Christmas, I'm gonna go get vaccinated. But I didn't. I ended up just not going. I'm like, no, I ain't even.
Hold up, Gullah called you that one pseudo cousin.
I'm a pseudo.
No,
I just, you know, and
hold on, Shaw.
I could tell y'all in my
I want you to listen to this.
I'm gonna tell y'all in my ignorance why I didn't get
hold on,
vaccinated.
wait, Shaw. Hold on, listen to this real quick.
Unburden yourself of the shame. It also means you can notify your contacts and those who may have been exposed around you so that they too can take mitigation steps to prevent further spread. I agree with Edward as to the viral load numbers. We do know in general with any virus, and certainly with earlier variants, those who are vaccinated will shed less virus for a shorter period of time. And so that's the benefit of vaccination, the reason why everyone should be on higher alert for what symptoms may look like. So symptoms could be as simple as thinking, oh, I think my allergies are acting up. This past weekend, I diagnosed or had 7 patients diagnose themselves at home. All of them reached out saying they had allergy symptoms. So it's really that straightforward. Don't expect that it's going to be something so dramatic as you're short of breath or you're this or that. It's going to feel like, you know, your allergies are acting up or a mild cold, particularly in those who are vaccinated. But don't sit there and think, I really desperately need this to be negative. I desperately need this to not be COVID because otherwise it's going to be so embarrassing for me because I was so pro-vaccine. The purpose of vaccine, like I've emphasized the whole time here on Clubhouse and off Clubhouse, is not to prevent infection, but to shorten the duration of your infection, shorten the time you're infectious, but also prevent you from getting to the hospital and possibly dying. So that's important. And that's all I have to say. Thank you. I'm done speaking.
That's science. That's science. Sha, quick question from the chat.
Yeah.
They want to know, you said you worked at the post office. They wasn't making people at the post office get vaccines?
Nah. What they did was they gave like this package where you could take it and you could leave work for like, they was paying people to basically be home. Basically. It was like a I don't know what they call it. I don't know what they called it, but you could just take the money and you had to, you know, sit out for some time. You don't have to, but it was up to you.
I'm telling you though, that's why I used to go on Clubhouse. Cause I used to go on there just to listen to that lady. One of the ladies that was speaking was an immunologist. She was an immunologist, right? So I was just trying to. Some of them are physicians and some are pathologists. Like these are like real scientists and physicians that are speaking and trying to get black folk. These are black doctors too and scientists trying to get black people to get vaccinated, and black folks are fighting against it. It's loony. This is lunacy. So yeah, a lot of these doctors and Indian, white, they're tired of the dumb shit. They've had conversations. They tried to be nice with people, and there's always some dumbass response as to why they can't take the vaccine. So look, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
I thought my bad, Callie.
It's a possibility. Let me say it. I'm gonna let you go. It's a possibility that you could have had it and probably didn't notice it.
No, I said that, Callie.
To all your family members, your cousins, your little nieces, your daughter, your baby mama, all that shit.
Listen, I don't know how I never tested for it. It was one point in time my girl had it, and you know I'm sleeping in bed with her every night.
I was about to say that. I was around 3
One
people
point,
that had it.
My daughter had it. My daughter, my old, not my youngest one, but my middle daughter, she had it. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I went and got tested. Well, I got it. Well, she got it. I got tested, came back negative. I think I tested myself too early, but I didn't have any symptoms, went on regular. But
Same shit.
I was around
Same.
too many people who had it. You know what I'm saying? I can name multiple people who had it. And that was 2 people that had it I lived with. And I think my girl caught it twice. You know, at separate times, distance apart, but she caught it twice.
Yeah. I was with my ex when she caught it. My ex said she had caught that shit, man. It put her down for about a week. That shit ain't no joke, man.
Yeah, so like there was times I was sick and I thought I had it. Maybe I didn't test myself at the right time. But yeah.
No,
Man,
I got sick once, and I tested
my
myself like 5 times, man, just to make sure. And then I got tested at the doctor, so it turns out I didn't have it.
Yo, Gullah said
I had
I
some
didn't.
other type of virus.
Hold on, Gullah said. Hold on, real quick. Go ahead, Sutek, you got it right after me. He said it says Mac, but he said he meant to say. I think he said meant to say Nat because he put it after. He said didn't get it because it's native ancestry, ABO blood type.
No, we keep saying ABO. That's not what root word said. Root word said Abo. He said it's Abo blood type.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I said it wrong. My bad. Because that Abo blood type. I said ABO. I said the politically correct. You know the conspiracy way. My bad. I gotta step into my woke self. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
This shit crazy though, but once again, it's always pushback. Not saying you trying to do that Shy One, but Shy One, I recommend when that you should get vaccinated in the fall. That's my recommendation.
Hold on.
Wait. I was about to say something about that. Like my reason. I was saying,
read Shawn comment.
Hold on. He said, verify yes. USPS workers will be required to get vaccinated, but not under executive order for federal workers 2021.
Yeah, so, we didn't have to get vaccinated. We didn't have to.
Do you plan on getting vaccinated? How you? All
right, so let me tell y'all. Like I was about to say that. In my ignorance, I didn't get vaccinated because I'm like I didn't have it. So I'm like, that's just me being, like I said, just I guess arrogant and ignorant. Like I ain't never had COVID. I never got sick during that whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like what I just didn't get it.
Well, you know what? Look, you see why you wasn't invited to Thanksgiving, right?
Right. That's why I said I'm yo.
It ain't about
look. My family was like, they used me. They like, yo, see, they like, yo, see, he trying to go get vaccinated. Because I wasn't against it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get vaccinated. Like, if it's that serious, I'll go get vaccinated. I don't, it ain't that deep. I wasn't into the conspiracy, like, yo, they trying to kill black people. I wasn't, that wasn't my reason. I just didn't go get it. So I'm like, oh, all right, I ain't about to miss no family function because I ain't vaccinated. I'm about to, so.
But then you miss other family
Shy One,
functions.
you gonna end up being an expose for Shy.
I only miss. Oh wait, all right. So look. My mom's birthday in December.
Oh wait. Oh.
After that, I would have got immediately vaccinated.
Wait, so my mom's had like a party. She ain't invite me. She but she not even. My mom's not vaccinated. She just ain't inviting me because all her friends. I missed a bunch of stuff. Like it wasn't just
your mom not vaccinated either. Okay, that makes sense. Why you're not vaccinated?
My mom's not vaccinated. Nah, my mom's ain't vaccinated. I don't know why she ain't vaccinated. I don't know why she not vaccinated. I don't know her views. I don't really know her views on it. I just know in my arrogance and ignorance, I just didn't get vaccinated because I'm like, I ain't had COVID, so that was me. I could speak for myself. I don't really know why she didn't get it. And she was in the house, and she still stayed. She stayed with my couple of my family members. One of my cousins got COVID a couple of times, probably like 3 times. I'm like, yo, you should get vaccinated. Like, you know, I don't know, but everybody grown.
How you gonna tell a nigga to get vaccinated then you ain't vaccinated?
Cause I felt like I was like, I felt like I wasn't really, around people. Like I wasn't really doing much. I was going to work. I work on a forklift. I'm in and out. I got my mask on every day. I ain't around nobody. Like I don't go outside. My last time, one of my best friends, his birthday in January. The last time I was outside was that January, like 2020. I didn't go nowhere after that. Like, cause again, y'all gotta realize, like, I'm high risk. Like when I used to go to the doctor, I went to the doctor, I go for my daily checkups for my asthma. My doctor like, yo, you gotta get vaccinated. And she like, yo, you gotta, I'm right. She wrote me a letter to be out of work. I ain't take the letter. I ain't go to work. I went to work. I got rent. You know what I'm saying? I got a child. I can't miss work. So that was all I did. I went to that post office and came home.
Yo, Shy.
Yo.
So Shawn wasn't feeling what you were saying about
UPS workers being mandated.
Post workers, being mandated. So he put a source up here. So it says, question: will USPS workers be mandated to get the COVID-19 vaccine under President Joe Biden's new mandate? Those results, true. Yes, under President Biden's current vaccine plan, USPS workers will be required to get vaccinated for COVID-19 or take a weekly COVID-19 test. They do not fall under the federal employee mandate, but they do fall under the mandate for large companies. So they had you taking tests?
No, I'm telling him no. I can tell you the post office I worked at. You didn't have to take a test. This was not a mandate, Shawn. I worked from the post office from May 2016 all the way up to August 2021. You did not have to take a test, bro. It was not mandated. The only thing that was mandated was we had to wear masks inside the job. You had to have your mask on. They was, I'm gonna tell y'all how, the people was like finagling that COVID shit. They'll come to work and say, yo, I was exposed to COVID, and they'll send them home. They're okay. Niggas was, and they paying them out. Niggas was like, oh my God, bro. That was some weird shit.
I ain't gonna front. At my job, they gave they gave a couple bonuses because where I work at, I gotta be hands on. I work in a production farm, so I make the shit. I make flow meters and shit, but they gave us like two $2,500 bonuses within them like 7-8 month period. I was loving that. Word.
Yeah.
I was loving that. I ain't go front. And our days was way shorter. Like they say the 8 hours. We was working 5 hours.
I regret not taking the time from the post office because I could have just sat home.
Working 5 hours from Monday to Thursday. So I'm working 25 hours a week, getting paid for 40 hours.
Part time, making full time money.
Yeah, because they shorten our hours for us to come in, and they cut a day. We work to Friday. I was loving that shit, man. Loving it. Word. I missed that shit. We need another pandemic. Fuck that.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what Shawn reading. I don't know. That could be for like a postmaster. They had the little small ones on the corner where you go pick up probably those, but the big facilities.
Nah, look at this USPS.
No, I know, but you got two types. You got the big facilities, and then you got the little small ones, like the postmasters, where you go on, like if it's on your block, you could go pick up your package right there. Those are a little different. Maybe they were mandated, but I don't even think they was mandated to take no COVID test. We didn't have to take no. The only time you had to take a COVID test is if you told them that you was exposed. Because again, I'm telling y'all, people was finagling this shit. They'll come to work if they don't. Yo, the post office is full of lazy people. Anybody work at the post office will tell you this. They'll come there. Oh, y'all was exposed to COVID. If you told them that, that's when you have to take a test because you gotta kind of like, you know. I don't know if you gotta prove it, but they want to know like, yeah, you say you exposed to it, you could come back with a test. If it's negative or positive, you could come back to work. You know what I'm saying? We'll determine from that. That's what you had to do, but you didn't have to take no test every 2 weeks and come in. No, it was none of that.
Nah, we didn't have to take tests neither, but they were taking our temperature. They had like the little hand scanner. They was taking our temperature and shit.
We had one of those in the job. My boy, he from the Bronx. He would bring one. He would bring one to work. He had like a little, you know, we'd take our temperature. We like, yo, let me put my, you know what I mean? We'd do that at work.
Sean said, well, the workers fell under the mandate restrictions. USPS workers did not fall under federal mandate.
Telling him I was dead, bro. COVID started with like May. Every school started shutting down like May, April. I was there the whole time. No, I'm saying like, yeah, it was like that's what I'm saying. I said school started shutting down like April, like March, April, like somewhere around there. They started mandating masks probably sometime after June. I went to I remember I went to a Juneteenth cookout. I know I was like, yo, we all gonna get sick here. I think after that mask was mandated. And then that was just that. The post office came with this, like, it was like a little package. You could take it and you take the time and we pay you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just started dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? People kept saying, I don't got nobody to watch my kids, or, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going da-da-da-da-da. You know, and I don't know if y'all know the post office don't close. You know what I'm saying? The facilities don't close. They 24/7. So, you know, that shit was hectic in there. I went for the, you know, because they was the overtime. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went. I ain't never seen no checks like that. It's in working all them hours at COVID. I was doing like 12 hours. I'll go home for a few hours, come back to work. Ain't nobody there, just getting paid. The building was hectic. No mail was getting out. The only mail that was like priority was people medicine. They had these boxes that said medicine on them. We had to bring those to the bay. I was on the forklift. You had to bring all medicine had to go out.
Yeah, we're going stupid.
These niggas in the chat is crazy. Yo, listen, it's 2:45. I'm about to get up out of here, man.
Oh shit!
I don't have to be up in the morning. This shit crazy.
Shawn don't work at the post office. How would he know? He don't work at the post office. You wasn't there. You talking to somebody that worked at the post office. I was there. And then you got to factor in, we in New Jersey. Every state was a little different as far as who's working where or who got mandates. There was no mandate in the post office. Next time you go live, I could bring somebody on here. My mother still works at the post office. My mother's not vaccinated, and she never had to take a test. If you want me to put her on a live, I can for you. I'll put my mother on a live for you. Let's bet that. You like Shawn like betting. Wait. Shawn like betting. I can call my supervisor. I could bring my supervisor on here for you. We could put some money up for that, Shawn. If you want proof, I could bring the MD. I could bring my supervisor and the MDO on here because I'm cool with both of them in real life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could bring the MDO on here and the supervisor. and the supervisor if you want more solid proof that nobody had to get vaccinated or I mean we had to take a test none of that. It was none of that. Only time you had to take a test is if you told them, yo, I was exposed to COVID. Because now you gotta take a test in order to come back to work. You have to fill out a paper, and if you gotta go get tested, and your results gotta come back. And if they come back negative, that's when they make a decision whether you get to sit home and. Other than that, you could come to work. There was no mandate.
When we was
if it was a
when we was coming in, you couldn't call out sick. If you called out sick, you had to do all types of extra shit just to fucking come back to work. It wasn't even worth it calling out sick.
There's so many motherfuckers was already not coming.
Right, Sutek, they wasn't coming anyway. Niggas was using that shit. Niggas was, man.
So the ones that was coming, they need your motherfucking ass there.
They was pimping the post office. But I can't even say that. The post office was, they looked out for people. That's why I said when I look back, I don't regret not sitting home, but I could have. You know what I'm saying? Because I got paid a little more, but I could have just sat home. I was putting myself at risk, still going outside. You know what I'm saying? Again, whether you around one person or 10 people, you still could catch COVID. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still was putting myself at risk. So
hold on, but how come you haven't taken a vaccine yet? Then to this day,
still ain't took that motherfucker.
I'm just going by what you said about your concern, and I'm not picking at you.
You said taking a what?
I'm going by what you just said. You saying putting yourself at risk. So why haven't you took a vaccine yet?
Because I just haven't. Like I said, in my arrogance and my ignorance, I just haven't. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't. I just ain't.
If you that concerned about your asthma and you're in that at-risk category, you should think about it. You've probably been saved because a lot of people around you had the vaccine. So, that limited you from the actual access to the virus a little bit.
Yeah, I think I was only good because I wasn't around. Like, it's just, it's me and my child.
You feel me? Issues like that, you need to think about that, bro.
These niggas stupid.
Shawn don't want to bet that money though. He don't want to bet on that. Sutek, take that bet too.
I ain't in it. I don't care.
I'm gonna tell y'all something real. The post office ain't want to do that because they know a lot of people. The post office don't give a fuck about no viruses, no diseases. They don't care. They don't close. If they would have did that, they would have lost mad workers. That's why they ain't mandated. Because if they did, more people wouldn't have been there. They ain't want to do that. They want your ass to come to work. They only gave out that money for you to sit home because they ain't want to feel like or be one of the companies that people complain about or say like, oh, they ain't give a fuck. They ain't want to do that. The post office don't give a fuck about none of that.
He gonna take the bet.
He gonna take the bet? Got it. How much you want to put on it, Shawn?
He gonna take the bet. Yellow said you need your inhaler.
We're gonna see. I'm trying to see what Shawn says before I get up out.
I'm gonna get 2 supervisors for you. I'm gonna get 2 shop stewards for you. I don't want to get no co-workers because you're gonna say they lying. But I'm gonna get 2 supervisors and 2 shop stewards for you. And I could get an MDO for you if you want. I could get an MDO to, if you know what an MDO is, Shawn, you like the Google stuff and you got the books, man. You should know what an MDO is. Or a plant manager.
Yo, Shy, I'm gonna tell you one thing. You the government is going in.
Tell Gullet to take that bet too. So I need like, all right, hold on. So I was gonna say like 200 from Shawn. So
Here we go. Here we go.
It's 10 bands. He said 10 bands.
10 bands? Who want 10 bands?
Shawn
don't want to bet no 10 bands, bro. I wouldn't even do that to him. I wouldn't do that to him. Nah,
Okay.
because you know why I wouldn't Sutek, you know why I wouldn't do that? Because that's easy. Because what he gonna do? Because what he gonna do? He gonna tell the people that he gonna tell a plant manager, he gonna tell the supervisor they lying. What he gonna do? He gonna show them this. We there. These are supervisors.
No, but
I don't want to do that to them. That's an easy win.
Shot, but they should have a memo or something they put out about the vaccines and about how who needs to get vaccinated, who don't. You know what I'm saying? What the process need to be. It should have been a work.
No, it was. That's what I'm telling you. All right, so look, if you expose, look.
Besides, you wouldn't even need to get nobody to come talk to us because we don't know who them people are at the end of the day unless they coming on here showing us their badges and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, which we don't want. We don't want people to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you had a work memo with the letterhead and all that, then I think
that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all want to see my pay stubs from that time? I got my pay stubs. If this
the pay stubs don't say what the
no, but what I'm saying is like, how am I there if I'm not? I never had to get tested. I don't get tested into what do you mean? Like nobody made me. What I'm saying is nobody made me go get tested. I got my first time getting tested. Again, I just told you, I seen the trunk. I said, yo, let me go get tested one. Let me go get tested. Nobody made me go get tested. This wasn't in no man. We wasn't having no meetings like, yeah, yo, you got this. Nothing like that, bro. Nobody was coming to you like, yo, if you don't that was not it, bro. That was not a thing. Only time you had to go get tested is if you told them, I was exposed. And I'm telling y'all, people was doing that to miss work. Like Sutek said, these is niggas that was already niggas don't come to work anyway. Anybody that ever worked at the post office know these niggas don't come to work anyway. They was the first niggas out the door.
You know that.
And these was the people that was partying. My whole city I ain't never seen and I'm telling y'all, block parties. COVID brought block parties back. I ain't never seen block parties been going for years. COVID, it was 1 million block parties, bro.
Shit.
That's crazy.
That's some dumb
yo, listen, I gotta get up out of here, man. It's about to hit 3.
All right, tell Shawn. All right, yeah. Sutek, make sure Shawn and Gullah line that up.
Yeah, we're gonna continue this.
I'm being nice. I don't want to take 10 bands too much. Shawn gonna be mad. He gonna be hurt. He took that bet. So that's I'm gonna do him a favor.
You coming on tomorrow?
Before we go ahead, Sutek.
Nah, I'm just asking, was you coming on tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm coming on tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Because I've been slacking. I gotta pick it back up.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Shit, I'll be there.
All right, good.
Wait, and y'all been ducking Ali Muhammad. Ali been live the past 2 nights. Sutek ducking him, not a coincidence. You ducking him, Shawn. You ducking him, Gullah. I ain't seen none of y'all in the chat. I ain't seen none of y'all in the chat. He over there pushing pseudo. I'm out, man. This ain't like y'all.
Hold on, Shah. Did you see what I showed from Ali Muhammad when he with the slave voyages?
Nah, I ain't see. I just woke up like a couple of.
That's crazy.
I missed your whole lot.
Go back a little bit, and you'll see when I was talking about what he did with the slave voyages, and then get back with me.
All right.
You should be. You ever see what the slave voyages website looked like?
I think I showed it. I think you showed it, and I think Shawn showed it.
Right, I'm just gonna show you what. So when you go back to the video, you know how you can drag it across and all that. What you want to look for. So when you see something like this background, that's what I was talking about it at. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So I want you to go back in this video. It's a little small part. Go back and see how I expose him not knowing how to use slave voyages and making shit up.
Oh, when the part where he said one of the ships didn't exist or we can't find it. Did you see that part?
He said the white lion. The white lion.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I brought that up. So look at that, what I said about it, and get back to me.
All right.
Ali he's worse than A1 in the ad power. He just has a big following. He ain't no different, bro. He has no separate knowledge. He has nothing to stand on. Look, Free Pop, knock you a clown. Yo, Free Pop, have a good night, brother.
Free Pop gotta hit the link one day. You going live tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going live
tomorrow. Today? All right. All right, later. Next day, bro.
Yo, Shad, look at that real quick. It's probably like 5 minutes. Look at it and just tell me what you think. What I brought out about it. All right.
All right, bet.
I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, next day. Next day.
All right, everybody pulled up. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Everybody hit the like button before we go, and we out of here, man. We'll be back tomorrow.
I'm trying to make a name, but my sick thoughts got me by my brain. I'm searching for my. How ironic how we hustle for the same, but get bracelets for trying to get a chain, and they want to take up.
In 2019, researchers confirmed the remnants of a mysterious ship, long forgotten. Its wreckage miraculously surviving less than a dozen